Hawaii Rainbow Warriors?
Aaron just talked about, how much this game means to Kevin Sumlin. He's lost his last 2 openers. They have to get a win here today against a group of 5 opponent, and to have the escort not show up, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Football players were creatures of habit. You can't let the outside distractions interfere with what you're here to do. Kevin seems to be excited about his team and their ability to focus. We're about to find out here real quick.
Aloha 2019 for Arizona and Hawaii in week 0, and it will be a touchback to begin. Hawaii gets it at the 25, and we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups from the 25. And of course it begins with Cole McDonald. Came to Hawaii from California as a running quarterback, a pistol offense. Week 0 last year, threw the ball 37 times in his first start. So fully embracing the Hawaii run and shoot quarterback legacy. Now has a tattoo of the islands on his left arm, and told us yesterday, Howley from California, very proud to represent the Hawaii quarterback run and shoot tradition. And McDonald completes on first down near the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 as we take a look at the rest of the Hawaii offensive starters.
The anticipated starter, Cole Lavau, is out for this game, so his backup, who was a 10-game starter a year ago, is Taunga Tualima. Now, Tualima was benched because Cole Lavau did a better job being inside. They struggled with some of the inside cross-dog and blitzing packages. Going to be interesting to see how Arizona attacks the middle part of this line. They gave up 46 sacks a year ago.
McDonald 2nd and 5, complete, just short of the sticks. Good open field tackle. Forces 3rd and short. It's complete on the edge to Sharks as we look at the Arizona defense.
Well, when you're on the road, you got to pack your defense. Arizona returns 8 starters, including their top tackler from last year, Colin Schooler. Extremely productive blue-collar linebacker with great instincts and loves to make tackles behind the line of scrimmage, fellas.
Jace Whitaker, nice open field tackle to force 3rd and short. Faruda is in the backfield with Cole McDonald. Out of the shotgun, Faruda, left side, and he is dropped for loss. And the Arizona defense gets a stop on 3rd and short. Miles Tuposa, the nose guard, one of the transfers out of Eastern Arizona Community College. That was a big move for Arizona.
Nope.
We got 4th down coming here, and the Hawaii offense is staying on the field.
When we talk about phase 2, part of phase 2 is rolling the dice. Nick Rolovich is saying, stay out there, boys. We're going to see if we can get a first down. Maybe a long snap count, but unlikely from the shotgun.
I don't like this decision to go for it on 4th. Look at the field position against an offense that you know is explosive. They're taking a heck of a chance here, even though it's 4th and short, but maybe trying to draw them off sides, and that's what they're doing.
And sure enough, timeout Hawaii.
For Hawaii, 30-second timeout.
So Arizona holds on 3rd down. They don't jump prior to the timeout on 4th down. 4th and 1 Hawaii after the timeout. Fourth and 1, the Hawaii offense is coming back onto the field after the timeout for 4th and 1 again.
This is all-in stuff. They believe that they can move the ball. This is the side of the ball that they have the most amount of faith in, and they trust their quarterback. Remember, he came here as a running quarterback.
McDonald under center, trying to push on the left side. Shot back, second effort, and he has it on the second push. Cole McDonald was stood up the first time, and then reaches again to move the chains. Hawaii converts on 4th and 1 to begin the season.
That was huge. You watched the linebackers. They knew what was coming as soon as McDonald got there, but it was his second effort right there. That's the toughness that sets Colin McDonald apart and that this team loves. And it's also a big boost of confidence to an offensive line that struggled mightily at times a year ago.
I mean, that was mano a mano with 6'5", 250 Jalen Harris, and Cole McDonald wins. So even after the timeout, first down, McDonald, time to throw, deep shot, Cole McDonald, end of trouble, and it's picked off. intercepted at the 25-yard line. Jace Whitaker, welcome back. Jace Whitaker played in only one game last year because of an elbow injury. Back out there for the Cats in 2019, and he has an interception takeaway on the first trip for the defense.
They gave Cole McDonald a man look. He thought he had one-on-one coverage, and yet Whitaker came off the outside receiver and became a ball hawk. Beautiful play by the senior.
So Khalil Tate, J.J. Taylor, and the Arizona offense. First appearance from the 29. Tate, play fake. Tate wants to take a deep shot. Rolling, pressure, downfield. Tate throws it into heavy traffic. It's incomplete. So looking for a big shot on first down. Nothing doing as we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups for the Arizona Wildcats, beginning with Khalil Tate, senior from Inglewood, went to Sarah High School, superstar, dual threat sophomore, slowed by injuries, new offense last season. Said on a scale of 1 to a million, 1,000,001, how excited he is for 2019. That pass batted down, and quickly Khalil Tate in Arizona into third and long.
He had Cedric Peterson wide open on play one. Noel Mazzoni's going to be frustrated about that missed opportunity.
And Rick, I'm wondering why they start the game with back-to-back passes when they got one of the deepest running back groups and a quarterback that nobody can catch.
On 3rd and 10, Tate in the pocket, steps up, tipped, and intercepted at midfield. An interception from Arizona, and now one for Hawaii. Kai Kaneshiro, the red shirt freshman from Honolulu, picks off Khalil Tate on the deflection.
That absolutely was not on Khalil Tate. He threw that curl route right on time. Drew Dixon's got to catch that ball. He'll be hearing from his coaches on that sideline.
All offense between Hawaii and Arizona. It is defense to start in Honolulu. Is Hawaii. Cole McDonald, part of the red-hot start last year without an INT on the 3rd attempt at 2019. Interception. Pressure here. McDonald to the outside. It is knocked away and incomplete. Knocked away by Lorenzo Burns. Intended for Jared Smart. Already gamesmanship between the secondary.
McDonald was trying to just throw Smart open. Smart's the youngster from Laney College. They rave about his intelligence, how quickly he's grasped this run and shoot offense. Mistimed his jump right there, but you'd like to throw that ball on the outside shoulder.
Early on, both these cornerbacks starting to make their presence felt. Remember, in 2017, when Jace Whitaker and Lorenzo Burns were on the field together, Arizona had 19 interceptions.
Whitaker had the interception to get it started tonight off of McDonald. Play fake. McDonald slant over the middle. That is caught again. Sharsh to near a first down for Hawaii.
Sharsh is their kind of Wes Welker guy. He's going to get open. He's going to be reliable. He's going to make the tough catch. Look for him to get a lot of balls right over the top of the interior offensive line. 3rd and very short. Snap it to Cole McDonald, just like he did on 4th and 1. 3rd and 1, able to get enough and move the chains to the 40-yard line.
If you're Hawaii, you're feeling pretty good about trusting your offensive line. Interesting, boys, when I was getting ready for this game, you take a look at what Cole McDonald did a year ago. With no pressure, great completion percentage, touchdown interception ratio is what you want. It's what you expect. Under the blitz, his completion percentage dropped down, but 13 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But under pressure, look what happened to his completion percentage and touchdown interception ratio. When people can get to him with 3 or 4 down linemen, he struggles.
And he was pressured a lot in 2018. McDonald quickly hit her to the outside, slipping away Smart for another gain of near 9. Jared Smart, you said, Rick, they like number 23.
The run and shoot offense is a hit them where they ain't type of offense. You're going to take the little things. You have to be patient within this offense, and if you are, you can move the ball pretty efficiently down the field. It gets a little bit more cramped when you get to the red zone. You're going to have some explosives in that area of the field.
Was that Wee Willie Keeler hit him where they ain't?
Very Wee Willie Keeler. I'm very impressed with your baseball aficionado.
Well, we cross over here. We have a dugout, too, off of one end zone. 2nd and short. McDonald with Ferruta with him in the backfield. It will be Ferruta taking it on the read inside the 25-yard line. First down. Rainbow Warriors to the 24. Trevon Mason finally makes the stop.
Hawaii has a little bit of a tell in their formations. When they line up spread, looking conventional in their 3-by-1 alignment, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a screen or a run. That was the case there.
Fruit is a prototypical running back like June Jones used to like to have. 260 pounds. It's like having a sixth offensive lineman on the field to pick up those pressures and blitzes that teams like to bring at you in this offense.
Pass here.
And sure enough, McDonald. There's the hitter to the outside. Complete. Loose football. Here comes a late flag. There it is. Young with the push out of bounds. So a first down already. Red zone trip already. And looks like we're going to tack on 15 more.
Marcel Yates has got to be pulling his hair out.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 5, half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
You have to pick your poison as a defensive coordinator. Are you going to pressure or are you going to lay back? By laying back, you have to make them earn every yard. You can't give them free yards, as was just done.
Arizona, one of the most penalized teams in the country a year ago, and this one down here in the red zone on the road. Possibly another slow start for the Wildcats is not helping their situation here.
Also bears mentioning here, guys, look how slow they're going. They know they've got to protect their defense against that high-octane offense of Arizona.
So run and shoot, but not in a hurry for Hawaii tonight. On first and goal, McDonald, slant, caught, touchdown, Hawaii!
Consummate pick play, beautifully executed. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Cole McDonald saw that play and checked, walked up to the line of scrimmage. He knew it was a touchdown, walking up, changed the play, and got a touchdown as a result to give Hawaii an early 6-0 lead. It's a rub route, right, Rick? It's not a pick route.
Yeah, there's no such thing as picks in football. That's exactly right.
If there's no flag, it's a rub. And Cedric Byrd has the touchdown grab. Ryan Meskel on for the PAT. An INT to start for Cole McDonald. But the junior bounces back for Nick Rolovich, and the Rainbow Warriors leading the touchdown drive with a TD to Cedric Byrd.
It's come in right here to make a little pick. It's man coverage. The safety is going to have to go over the top and allow the number 3 receiver close there to the tackle to be able to just run a quick little dart. Boom, he puts it right on the hip for the touchdown. Beautifully executed due to the recognition of Cole McDonald, who has significantly improved his recognition at the quarterback position.
All this time I thought you had to be an O-line coach. You can be a wide receiver coach right there, baby.
I don't know
You
about
got a
that.
shot.
And how about the Dreads, which is a nod to Stephen Moniz, who he trains with, former Hawaii quarterback. Taylor will take a knee in the end zone to the 25-yard line. So at last, because Arizona's offense was 3 plays, 0 yards, we get a chance finally to look at that Arizona offense.
Yeah, well, despite being just 5'7" Arizona led the Pac-12 in rushing a year ago because of J.J. Taylor, who had 1,400 yards. I'm expecting the Wildcats to pound the rock tonight, which is why I was surprised on their first drive. They started the game on the road with 3 straight passes. Feed Taylor in an extremely deep group of running backs that could be the position's best and deepest group on this roster.
And sure enough, to the air again after a fake. 4 snaps, 4 passes, none of them complete. The Hawaii defense has had a hand early.
Well, that was just a missed opportunity. It's a beautiful play call. He had his tight end wide open, Bryce Wolma, and he just threw a poor pass, threw it behind him. He's got to settle down. It's the first game. It's his senior year, trying to get a lot of things going. Let's see if he can get untracked here.
You saw Jeremiah Pritchard there starting in place of the middle linebacker, Pene Pavihi, who has an injury that is looking more on the serious side for Hawaii. So Pritchard gets a start at middle linebacker. Pritchard gets the stop there, forcing 3rd down after the first rush by the Wildcats.
If you're Nick Rolovich, you got to love the way this is getting started. You've been able to handle things offensively, and you've got him in a turnover already. Plus now you've got him in 3rd and long, making him one-dimensional.
Keep your eye on the running back, J.J. Taylor. He's a 3rd down threat.
Tate, heavy pressure coming, steps up, runs, Tate, slides, and it is a minimal gain on 3rd down. 2 drives, 3 yards of offense for Arizona with the turnover on an awful start for the Wildcat offense.
Hawaii defensive coordinator Corey Batoon has to feel good about his guys. Rick and I talked about this leading up to the game. We were really worried about Hawaii's ability to tackle because of the great disparity between the speed advantage that Arizona has in their defense, but they've looked lights out getting themselves off the field twice in a row with really good plays on their side of the ball.
Windy Aloha Stadium. That could factor in special teams. Stovall calls for the fair catch. Bounces out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Good field position for Hawaii. Everything coming up. Rainbow Warriors early.
You don't know when it's going to hit you. You have to have the humility to ask for help if you need to talk to somebody. There's tears. There's still going to be tears. But now there's finding inspiration and celebrating Cheyenne and his life.
Guys, it's so important to check in on the mental well-being of our teammates. Many of us have been conditioned to be mentally tough and to not share our emotions. I'd like to encourage all of us to seek or provide support if needed. There are ways out, I assure you of that.
Thank you, Aaron.
Empty formation, look for a quick throw here.
McDonald, there's your quick throw. There's another completion to the outside. Now 7 for 9 passing. Whitaker with the big takedown on Cedric Byrd. Byrd gets back up. You've already had one penalty against Arizona.
Good
that
no
was
call
on
there.
Young, and you like the no call.
Good no call. Yeah, that's just good football.
Of note there, guys, Arizona brought 5 people. That was a blitz, and we know that Cole McDonald, when blitzed, when teams bring more than 4, he eats them alive. So in that naked situation there, Rich, when they were in empty, he got rid of it quickly.
And you saw when Byrd goes down, he gets his back on the training table and then slow getting up. But Cedric Byrd, senior from LA, says it's all good.
Empty look again.
Again, quick, the likelihood, unless quarterback draw.
McDonald, time to throw over the middle, caught inside the 40-yard line. There is a flag down. James Phillips makes the grab, but this one could be coming back.
Holding offense number 74, 10-yard penalty. It's second down.
It's going to be the right tackle, Gene Pryor. This is a unit that gave up 46 sacks a year ago. Here he is right there. Interestingly, though, they only had 5 called holding calls a year ago. He tries to do an arm bar with his left arm, and right there he just kind of rides him, and you cannot do that. You got to push him to the ground if you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get taught offensive line play during this telecast, whether you like it or not.
I was going to say, we already had a baseball reference. That one may have been more sumo wrestling involved.
Just stay in your kick step, right, Aaron?
Well, easier said than done. I think he tried to get a little too cute there and crash his arm. He felt like he was getting stabbed and just got himself in a bad position and wasn't able to adjust.
4 wide, Miles Reed in the backfield. Reed will take it on second and long and get back to almost the original line of scrimmage. It was a touchdown drive last time Hawaii had it. They'll face 3rd and long.
And this is what Marcel Yates is trying to get done. Get a 1 down canceled so you can get him into 3rd and long and then play some of your exotics, some of your coverages. One of those coverages has already resulted in an interception on that first drive. You get him into 3rd and long, and now you have the upper hand.
Yates told us coming into this game he's going to put the pressure on the back end. This year he's coaching the safeties. A year ago he coached the linebackers, put the pressure on them.
On 3rd and 11, McDonald, time to throw, complete, but short of the first down.
What do you do here?
Hawaii already went for it on 4th down even after the timeout. Smart makes the grab.
Much
4th
easier.
Short coming.
Much easier to play field position with a 7-0 lead. I think you're going to go ahead and kick, but Nick Rolovich is a guy that showed up in Las Vegas with Elvis, right? Who knows what sort of dice he wants to roll.
Right, that was the king a couple years ago, and Nick Rolovich is not afraid to be bold. Live aloha, play like a warrior, and Hawaii is going for it on 4th down for the 2nd time in this first quarter. McDonald takes a snap on the roll on 4th down. McDonald, toss, caught, first down. Hawaii converts on 4th down again. This time, Cedric Byrd. The Rainbow Warriors are playing keep away from Arizona.
It's such a luxury to have a senior quarterback who understands your offense. Watch the patience he shows here. younger quarterback would have looked to throw that quick out, trying to get it out of his hands, get the first down right now. He knew he had time. Beautiful throw for the first down. And close to red zone now.
Bird, who took that pop on the training table, a touchdown grab.
Here's a throw.
And here is the throw. McDonald, time to throw. Deep shot. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, Hawaii. JoJo Ward. 39 yards. Hawaii off, running and shooting in 2019.
Troy Young, the culprit on defense, he just gets beat. You're going to play man-to-man. You have to get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. When that wasn't the case, you put yourself in real jeopardy.
Arizona has run 6 plays from offense. Hawaii has 2 touchdowns. The deep shot from McDonald. This time it's JoJo. Go, go, Ward. Hawaii 14-0.
Mr. and Mrs. Young, it was not Troy. He was not guilty. But that's the danger of putting a true freshman out there on an island.
Yeah, and that's what Marcel Yates said. The one thing I'm worried about is we cannot let the ball get over our head. That's exactly what happened.
Taylor.
Whoa, whoa.
Receiver gave his fair catch signal. The ball be placed at the 25-yard line. First down, Arizona.
Again, even because it's a fair catch at the 1, that's a new rule coming in last year. College football, bring it out to the 25.
Almost every coach I talk to says they're going to fair catch that. It's just a safer play. They always start at the 25. They don't have to coach the kickoff return. They just believe it's a safer play, and I would not be shocked that the rules move to taking the kickoffs out of the college game, other than to start the game, sort of like the ceremonial jump ball in basketball.
It's certainly heading that way, and it was interesting. I thought the data after they did it last year would show that was the expectation, that everybody would just fair catch it, because you know you've got great field position to avoid turnovers. People still got greedy, wanted the big returns, but a smart decision there.
Just the 7th offensive snap in the game for Arizona. And just the 2nd run, it's J.J. Taylor getting to the outside, but Ikomo KK, the senior strong safety there, for a minimal gain, only a gain of 2.
I thought tackling coming into this game was going to be the key for this Hawaii defense, particularly on the safeties. Ikomo KK, Kalen Hicks, those guys got to come downhill and tackle in space.
Taylor spins, gets away from the first man, but the Hawaii defense swarms to force 3rd down. And the Rainbow Warrior defense is showing up just as impressively, maybe even more so than the Hawaii offense.
Corey Batoon has to be ecstatic about the way they are getting off blocks and flying around and stopping. Gives him another 3rd and long. See what he's got in his holster right here. Playing
coverage, Tate, room to run if he gets the corner. Tate looking for the edge, steps out of bounds, short of the 30-yard line. I mean, he is 5 yards short on 4th down.
Great job that time defensively of keeping outside leverage and forcing Khalil Tate to stay short of the sticks. Look at the swarm tackle. Everybody's keeping leverage outside there. Excellent job on the outside edge by that time to get him out of bounds and use that extra defender.
I'm troubled by none of those receivers looking for the ball. There was no scramble drill there. They were looking to block for number 14 rather than make a first down catch.
Well, remember, Rick, this is an extremely young wide receiver group. Sean Brown and Sean Poindexter have moved on. This young group needs to step up and be more consistent.
6 yards of offense for Arizona. So the Hawaii offense and the Hawaii defense combining a 14-0 start. A rough start for Cole McDonald. The junior had the interception on the opening possession, picked off by Jace Whitaker. He has come back with 8 straight completions. TD to Bird, TD to JoJo Ward. And it is 14-0 Hawaii as Cole McDonald and the Rainbow Warrior offense get the football again.
Well, it's certainly no time to panic. Kevin Sumlin's getting over there with his young players saying, we're going to be fine. Everybody's just got to start doing their assignments and relaxing here. It's a road environment. But I promise you, Arizona fans are mindful. A year ago against another Group of 5 team, Houston, they were down 31-0 at halftime.
They struggled against the pass mightily a year ago and are doing so here in week 0 to start the 2019 season, even with all the experience returning.
McDonald handing off, room to run. Fred Holley on the left side. Fred Holley, gain of 7 on first down. A couple of touchdown passes. I mean, that's part and parcel of the run and shoot, right? You got
absolutely part of the formula. You take what's given. And obviously they've got wonderful weapons at all positions there. Of the 10 guys listed on amongst their wide receiver depth chart, 6 are junior college guys. So these fellas have played a lot of football.
And they're hungry. They want to be here. They've had to earn their way here, so when they get here on the island,
likely run here,
they get it done.
McDonald, and sure enough, there's the run. Holley on the right side. Holley, even though Rick Year picking up the tendency for Hawaii, Arizona hasn't been able to stop it. First down, Rainbow Warriors.
Formation, just a little extra split, trying to get those perimeter defenders a little further away from the ball carrier and trying to get those extra yards. Obviously, it results in a first down.
Not quite what we've been accustomed to seeing from Baylor, where they line up their receivers outside the numbers, but certainly helps.
Already here, you can kind of see the likelihood for a throw because of the proximity of receivers number 2 and 3 right there. We're going to get a little motion, trying to find out what the coverage is.
And sure enough, Bird gets the handoff. Little wrinkle is Cedric Bird, who had the first touchdown catch, gets that rush. Short gain, 3 yards.
They were going to rock and rotate the safeties there, but that is a new little wrinkle that we hadn't seen on tape before. And why wouldn't you want to get the ball into the hands of your slot receiver that showed that he has enough speed to compete with an extremely fast Arizona team?
And all too willing to take their time, guys. They're just sitting here. This is up tempo, the absolute antithesis.
So exactly what Hawaii wants. A lead, keeping the football away from Arizona. 8 yards of offense for Arizona. Cole McDonald, picked again. Second interception, this time it's Lorenzo Burns. Burns brings it back across midfield. And so when everything is going right for Hawaii, the second takeaway by the Arizona defense.
This is all on the quarterback. He just throws the ball high. This is all about ball placement. He's got a guy sitting down in the zone. He needs to throw away from the defender. He ends up getting the ball in the air. It's tipped. Arizona makes a play. What a big stop for Marcel Yates in this Wildcat defense to give a little life to this offense that's been sputtering thus far.
Coming into this game, I thought it was going to be Hawaii that was going to need to steal some possessions, but as it's turning out early on, here's some two-back, Rick, that we haven't seen from Arizona in quite some time.
So thanks to the defense, Arizona offense finally crosses the 50. And it's J.J. Taylor who dances out of bounds again. Michael Wiley, the true freshman, in the backfield along with J.J. Taylor and Khalil Tate.
I watched Noel Mazzoni do this at UCLA a few years back while my son was a quarterback. This is basically triple option. He'll get one guy to run out into the flat, which becomes a pitch guy, but they'll run zone read with the other one.
And sure enough, with Wiley motioning out, Taylor moves it. 3rd and short. This is the best opportunity Arizona's had for third down.
4-down territory here. First time into the plus territory, into the Rainbow Warrior territory. You're going to take 2 shots here to get this first down. See if you can get this a 1-score game.
I got a feeling Khalil Tate may keep this one. We haven't seen his legs much, but when he takes off, he's hard to catch.
Tate, heavy pressure coming. Tate over the middle. Bobble caught. First down, Arizona. At last, Joyner makes the grab. Redshirt freshman, the converted quarterback, finally moves the chains for the Wildcats, gain of 13.
They said when they made the conversion, he was exceptional at knowing what the progressions were in the route combinations. He had to work on his technique a little bit. You saw the bobble there, but still comes down with it for the big gain.
Tate first down. And missed it. Wiley out of the backfield. There's your wrinkle. Wiley out of the backfield and just behind him.
Noel Mazzoni is absolutely cringing because they had Michael Wiley wide open. He's just got to take his time and lay the ball out in front of the receiver, and you're going to have a touchdown. Really unfortunate for the Wildcats.
That's that consistency that Kevin Sumlin has been preaching since last winter.
On 2nd and 10. Tate pulls it, has room on the edge. Tate inside the 20. Tate tripped up, and what was a touchdown saving tackle on the edge, and may end the quarter after a gain of 16.
This is the end of the first quarter.
Makes the stop And after everything goes Hawaii's way in a 14-0 lead at last, Wilbur and the Wildcats, something to cheer about. Moving it. Finally, Aloha Stadium. Hawaii 14-0 on Arizona. College football is back, and that means our team of experts returns to the studio to tackle all the hottest topics on the gridiron. Don't miss Inside College Football, presented by Sleep Number, Tuesday night, 7 Eastern, only on CBS Sports Network. Arizona only 44 yards of offense, but because of the second interception thrown by Cole McDonald, Khalil Tate and the Wildcat offense in position. 1st and 10 inside the Hawaii 15. Tate, there's a toss to the outside, complete on the edge. Nothing doing it all for Cunningham on the edge. Tonight's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. Only 51% touchdown for Arizona. AT, that's not good enough.
No, it wasn't, because they led the Pac-12 in yards. They led them in rushing, but they couldn't convert. They couldn't close. They lost a ton of one-score games. When they get down here, they tend to sputter out.
That was officially a rush for Cunningham. Tate has completed only one pass. Tate, second pass, touchdown, Arizona. 14 yards. Wolma has the TD.
Shades of Tebow, the jump pass. He rode him into the line of scrimmage, made it look like he was going to be involved in the zone read principle, and just tossed it over the top to Wolma. Beautiful play call, beautifully executed.
Only the 6th grab for Wolma, and it's a touchdown. So after the first 3 possessions were 3 and out for Arizona, they get a takeaway and a touchdown. 14 for Hawaii, and finally 7 on the board. Tate, an interception on the first drive, and is in the end zone. 14-7, back to the TD.
Well, this is called conflicting a defender. This outside linebacker right there has got the job of covering man-to-man, but he's also got a chance to make a play on the run game because he's got contained. He can't do both, and Arizona takes advantage of it.
What sold that was how long Khalil Tate held that ball in the breadbasket. That got him peeking a little bit. Lack of discipline on the eyes on the back end cost Hawaii a touchdown.
Be a touchback from Haversick, so Hawaii will take it at the 25-yard line. All right, perfect start for Hawaii. 14-0. Cole McDonald bounces back from the first interception, leading those touchdown drives, and then a second interception. And now you're in a 14-7 game. Like you said, Rick, I mean, don't panic if you're Arizona because it's very early.
For Hawaii, they've got it exactly the way they want it. They just have to stay on schedule. If they just stay within their down and distance rules, keeping it 3rd and short as often as is possible, they feel they've got a quick, up-tempo, short passing game that can accomplish all that they need. We've seen a couple of 4th and 1s where they've gone for it with their quarterback legs. This is as they want it.
McDonald threw only 10 picks last year, 2 in the first quarter of 2019. Complete to the edge, Cedric Byrd, gain of 5. He had the first touchdown grab.
One of the things I'm seeing Marcel Yates, the defensive coordinator for Arizona, do is change the pre and post snap picture, trying to cause confusion. On that last interception, Arizona only rushed 3 and dropped 8. That time they had number 11, Troy Young, walked all the way up the line of scrimmage, and he sprinted back to the middle of the field to be the single high safety there. A lot of movement to create some confusion for this Hawaii offense.
Likely screener run here based on the splits of their formation.
And on 2nd and 5, McDonald airs it out over the middle. Just missed JoJo Ward on another big hitter. Ward had the second TD grab from 39 yards.
Boy, he had him here, Aaron. He was wide open. This ball needed a little bit more zip on it, and they would have been in perfect concert hitting the big play there. They got the formation spread out, got single high, and had a chance to the post.
Ball just died on him.
McDonald a year ago 6th in the nation with 36 passing touchdowns, 8th in the nation, almost 3,900 passing yards, now over 4,000 already in his Hawaii career. McDonald to the air, that is bobbled and caught very near a first down by Cedric Byrd. They will move the chains. First down, Hawaii.
That's one of the things Rick was talking about. With the run and shoot, it's basically a pass-first offense with 4 wide receivers that read the coverage on the run. So everybody, not just the quarterback, is reading the coverage. And based on that, it's go routes, it's switch routes, or these quick out-breaking routes to take advantage of the soft coverage to find those holes in both zone and man looks.
It's a run look. Here they are with their screen game.
On the roll for Ruda on the edge. So roll, quick hitter for Ruda, the running back. Gain of about 4.
But see the beauty of the offense. Here they are in 2nd and 6. Again, on schedule. Keeping that defense out there for extended periods of time. This is exactly what Nick Rolovich had in mind when they got Arizona on the schedule.
You know, it's interesting. One of the storylines coming in for Kevin Sumlin was how deep this defensive line was. They felt it was as deep as it had ever been. 9, 10 guys were going to play. Well, they're going to need to play if they can't get themselves off the field like they've struggled to do in this first half.
McDonald, time to throw. Over the middle, down the seam, caught. First down, Hawaii. It's JoJo Ward. This time coming back to the football to make the grab. Gain of 11.
Well, you said it there, Carter. This has got clinic on coming back. So often you coach these guys to keep coming back to the quarterback. He, in fact, does that right there. Keeps it from being deflected, possibly intercepted. Beautiful play by Ward.
Part of the improvisation of the run and shoot, the jazz of offenses, right? You just got to go with where the flow takes you.
Here's Empty again. Empty's been very good to him. They've seen some opportunities down the field, primarily a quick throw formation.
McDonald airs it out into coverage, and it is dropped. What would have been the 3rd interception is incomplete, and it was Christian Roland Wallace, the true freshman, who misses an opportunity.
He had Jordan Matthew Sharsh wide open. Look at the left-hand side of your screen, but he throws it almost into triple coverage. Cole McDonald, who we've seen be extremely accurate, putting the ball in harm's way. That ball literally hits Christian Roland Wallace in the face. Remember, he was a true freshman that got burnt on that touchdown. Hawaii better be careful here protecting the football because they're giving Arizona a ton of chances.
2nd and 10. McDonald, draw, room to run. McDonald crosses the 40-yard line to move the chains again. That's the Cole McDonald 2 years ago who was the running quarterback in a pistol offense.
Recruited to be in the pistol. They thought he was pretty darn good as a runner, would be adequate as a passer. He starts last year in week 1 and throws for over 400 against Colorado State. But certainly his legs are part of the equation here in this offense.
That's the longest Hawaii run of the day. 10 yards, first down.
They are living in empty. I think they feel like Arizona's in a check. Now you can see 2 high safeties here, so they'll probably be underneath this. But if it rolls to 1, that's where you get the seams. McDonald thought he was fooled by his receiver the last time.
On first down to the edge again. That's first down, JoJo Ward inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 12.
Almost looked like they rolled to 3 there, and once again breaking the routes off and taking underneath what's available for him. JoJo Ward, one of the returning starters from a year ago. 2/3 of his receptions a year ago were for first downs. Every time that kid catches the money, seems like the sticks move.
Now the game-winning TD versus Wyoming, that got him to 6-1 last year.
Empty again. Marcel Yates and Demetrius Martin, the corner coach, are going to have to come up with a couple other answers for Empty because it looks as if Hawaii's got their number right here, picking them apart a little bit.
That show pressure, back off, pitch and catch. Slipping at the 25-yard line and making the grab is Sharsh. Gain of 4, obviously.
And Aaron, how fun is it to be an offensive lineman when only 3 guys are rushing?
A lot funner when there's 5 or 6 and you don't know which 5 or 6, which is something that Arizona may need to consider. Changing the picture, the fire zones is historically what stopped this offense, meaning it's a safe pressure. You only bring 4, the 3-down lineman, you do not know where that 4th guy is coming from. They haven't had any success there, and to your point, Hawaii's going to continue to do this until Arizona can stop it.
10th play of the Hawaii drive. McDonald, 2nd and 7 to the end zone again. Touchdown, Hawaii again. Cedric Bird with his 2nd TD for the Rainbow Warriors.
And that's the seam throw that Cole McDonald thought he was going to get on the near interception just a little bit ago. When you see that safety roll to center field, you're expecting that backside seam, and he gets it this time. Touchdown, Hawaii.
This offense is predicated on throws where they're not. Great protection up front. And to your point, Rick, the seam, both seams, when he got a single high safety are wide open, he puts the ball on the money, and another score for the Rainbow Warriors.
Mescal's PAT is good. The 40th touchdown pass of Cole McDonald's Hawaii career goes to Cedric Bird. 2 interceptions, just wipe them out. 3 TD passes and a 2.
Week 0. What kind of opportunities does this offer the Mountain West Conference?
Well, it gives them a chance to get another bye in the regular season, but also to start the season, there's 2 FBS games today, so great national exposure here with our friends at CBS Sports Network.
And they really have been raving about this Week 0. Do you think that other Mountain West teams will jump on board and play in Week 0 in the future?
It's a great opportunity, and I think some of them will take advantage. A couple of years ago, Colorado State, I think Oregon State in 0 week, and it's a great advantage for a team to get started early.
All right, we're celebrating 150 years. What is your favorite Mountain West football memory?
I think it's got to be Utah beating Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. The Rose Bowl was pretty good with TCU, but we have 7 schools that have played football for over 100 years, so there's a lot of history.
So much history, and thank you so much for joining us. Carter, back to you and the guys.
Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, Craig. Before today, Mountain West has won 4 straight versus the Pac-12, which bodes well for Hawaii, especially since the Rainbow Warriors are playing their first 3 games of the year against Pac-12 opponents. Taylor takes it from inside 5. Taylor to near the 25-yard line. Let's go back to the touchdown.
Well, here you have Cedric Bird at the number 3 position right here. Sorry about the telestration there, but you'll notice that there's 3 deep here. A center fielder right there that creates a huge space right there in between the cornerback and the safety, puts too much stress on him. He can't get there. Because they're playing cover 3, the weak spots are underneath in front of the quarter, and that seam's attacking the safety. They attack the seams there for another touchdown, Rick.
Beautifully executed.
Taylor and Wiley both in the backfield. Taylor has it on first down. So
this is Arizona's version of triple option right here. You're going to give the ball to one back, put it in his belly, read the defender. If he decides to close down as an unblocked defender, you pull it, and you have, instead of pitching like the old wishbone days, you throw it out to the swing route and take advantage.
Tate pulls it 2nd and 6. Pop pass caught, first down across the 35-yard line.
Beautiful run pass option. This is the RPO that you hear people talking about, where you put your eyes on that defender, and if he decides to get nosy with the run, you pull it and throw behind him.
And that's Wiley, the true freshman. They liked his pass catching ability, so in there with Taylor. First down, Tate, pocket, holds up, bobbled, caught across midfield. Joyner hauls it in again. Momentary bobble, but manages to hang on.
That's the concentration. Remember, he's a quarterback, but he's so athletic, they have to get him on the field, especially with a young group, and he found a way to put it down.
Cats hurry up, fling it to the outside. Taylor is a receiver. Taylor on the edge inside the 35-yard line. This is where Arizona wants to be.
There's your triple. There's your pitch. It's just a modern-day pitch for those who remember those iconic wishbone offenses from way back when.
And they started this drive with a run that opens everything up on them. Remember, Hawaii struggled mightily to stop the run a year ago. Arizona led the Pac-12, yet they came out throwing the football.
Emery, Ballard, Darrell Royal in the 21st century.
Attaboy.
Tate, play fake, Tate, toss. Wheel, caught! Is he in? Just short. Wiley makes the grab. Wiley, the new weapon for Arizona.
The runner was down short of the goal line. It's first down.
So he's at the 1, but Wiley gets a gain of 33, 1st and goal. Cats hurry to the line.
Tremendous mismatch and a display of the speed there. Watch Tate's legs.
Tate 1st and goal, a handoff, touchdown, Arizona. Tilford is in on 1st and goal, and it's back-to-back touchdowns for the Cats.
Beautiful drive, beautifully executed. The tempo was absolutely what Noel Mazzoni wants. They were able to take advantage of a number of formations, and Khalil Tate seems to have a lot more patience and poise throwing to his right than to his left. We've missed a couple of wide open guys early in the game to his left. Maybe he's just settling down, but clearly he's able to hit that guy out to his throwing arm.
after the very slow start for the Arizona offense. It's Khalil Tate to Michael Wiley to set it up. And then Nathan Tilford finally into the end zone from 1 yard out. Bear down in Hawaii for the Cats. To 4 in that first college football game, kicking the ball through the opponent's goal. So we have already outpaced that scoring output of 10 points between Princeton and Rutgers with a 21-14 game here in Hawaii. From the 7-yard line, a chance across the 35-yard line, across the 40. What a return. Stovall brings it back to the 43-yard line. It's a return of 37 to set up the Rainbow Warriors.
I said most coaches are choosing just to fair catch the kickoff return and take it at the 25. I'm going to sound like a proud father here, but Michael Gobriel is the special teams coach. He started as a student assistant for me at UCLA.
Wow.
Climbing the ranks, Aaron Taylor.
I tell you what, somebody get Rick some ice from patting himself on the back. He might
No,
be blowing his
I'm
shoulder
patting
out.
Goby on the back. Way to go, Gobes.
And I tell you what, Stovall made the right decision there, right? Bring it out.
Beautifully executed return.
Those are called spark plays. It gives Hawaii a ton of confidence.
Touchdown last time Hawaii had the football with a short field.
McDonald changing the play, sees something he likes. Press coverage across the board, signal high.
McDonald keeps it. McDonald across the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 3 on the first down run. So we showed you that 1869. Now, fresh off a major win, Ulysses S. Grant was president of the United States. The first professional baseball team in Cincinnati in 1860. It was a big year for sports.
Aaron accused me of being the offensive coordinator for Rutgers.
Yeah. Let's see. They got 6 points.
That's exactly right.
So that's a win, right?
Well, he also accused me of being there, which
Right.
I'm finding a little problem.
Yeah. Second and 7. Here's McDonald winding up over the middle. That is complete near the 45-yard line. Cedric Bird as Hawaii crosses the 50 again.
That time Arizona rushes 3, drops 8, but you're giving Cole McDonald time. He's going to pick you apart. Arizona has to do something to create some pressure. This is an offensive line, fellas, that gave up 46 sacks a season ago. Arizona's only rushing 3 people, giving them all the time in the world.
Patience is the key here, guys. Look at the patience of this offense, waiting to snap the next snap. You saw patience by the quarterback waiting for a receiver, and you saw patience by the receiver sitting in the zone saying, I'm open, Pards. Hit me.
McDonald, handoff, loss. That's Fred Holley, who's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and give Tony Fields the second, the junior from Las Vegas, second leading tackler a year ago. A TFL here.
This linebacking group is extremely experienced. Tony Fields and Schooler were the starting linebackers a season ago, but Anthony Pandy was in a battle with Fields. They want to try to get all 3 of these guys on the field at once. That last play was a dart. You pull the tackle, he pulls around and kicks out, but because of the penetration by Arizona's defensive line, they're sitting at 2nd and long now. Nice job to start this drive.
Arizona shows pressure on 2nd down. Picked up, McDonald to the air. Inside the 30-yard line, it is caught. Phillips hauls it in. One of the dictums of the Hawaii offense. You blitz, we score. Arizona brought the pressure. Hawaii brings the pressure right back.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Phillips just gets inside of Christian Young, who's trying to cover him one-on-one, but that's the accuracy that was missing at times a year ago for Cole McDonald. It's really stepped his game up, taking advantage of that outbreaking route, moving the sticks again.
Here's a formation that up until this game predicted run, but they have had chances. You see again, single high, you could get a seam throw right here.
McDonald slips away from the first few defenders, but very few slip away from Colin Schooler, the junior. 10 tackles a game last year, 119 tackles on the year. Played through a nasty flu against the Sun Devils at the end of the year.
And 21.5 tackles for loss. He has such a nose for the football, his instincts. He sees it, he hits it right away. He's not overly fast or quick, but because his football IQ is so high and he can diagnose so quickly, he gets there before you know what hits him.
From a football family, his little brother, or maybe his older brother, is the wide receiver at Oregon, Brendan School.
Dana Point, California. On second down, McDonald sitting down right there in the zone. It's caught. Sharsh has it, but Whitaker comes up to make the stop.
It's almost like a 6-yard check down, Rick. I mean, it's
exactly
like
what it is. They are seeing the coverage, and he's got experienced wide receivers that know exactly where to go to space. And he is, for the most part, being very accurate with the delivery of the football.
And this really is a clinic offensively by Hawaii and taking advantage. We hear the axiom all the time, throw it where they ain't. Well, that's what this offense is based upon, and Hawaii's had tremendous success tonight so far doing that.
And what a blessing to their defense, letting them sit and rest while they take care of the ball here. Empty again.
McDonald 20 for 25. And now on third down over the middle, caught, converting again. Another red zone trip for Hawaii. It's caught by Smart. So despite the 2 interceptions, Cole McDonald still in command.
A little bit of pressure from this right side, but watch Cole McDonald going through his reads, slides, buys himself time, throws across his body over the middle, but on the money. That's the sign of an experienced quarterback. He doesn't panic. He keeps his eyes downfield and finds the open guy to move the sticks.
Remaining perfect on third down.
Run or screen formation.
Hand off, Ferruta, left side. Flags are down as Ferruta takes it to the 10. That's it.
That usually means a takedown from behind there, Aaron.
Yeah. Word of advice, Arizona, I'd hit Ferruta below the waist, not above the waist like they tried to a couple times there. That's a big load of laundry.
Holding. Offense number 63. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's first down.
That's Taunga Tuolima, the replacement for Cole Laval. He's got that left arm, the defensive line ripping through. He's got that hand across, and as he pulls him down, even though you got that hand that you're trying to extend, the officials are going to see that and call it every single time.
First and 20 here. Expect Hawaii to stay patient.
McDonald with Ferruta behind him. And the pistol look, McDonald on the run. He is chased. Cole McDonald, eyes up, downfield, dumps it, incomplete. McDonald takes a pop on the Hawaii sideline, chased out of bounds by J.B. Brown, along with Tony Fields. But McDonald gets rid of it, 2nd and 20.
Smartly throws the football to get rid of it so that he doesn't take a sack. That's that speed. He wants to see if something's there, but he's not. He's outside the pocket. He gets it past the line of scrimmage, and it brings up a very desirable 2nd and 20.
He almost waited too long. That was within a foot of being out of bounds before that ball left his hand.
But don't you think that's the sign of somebody who's above the situation of what's going on?
Clearly, this is moving slow for him.
Yep.
He's on top of the situation. Empty again. Been a profitable formation for the Rainbow Warriors.
Showing 2 high safeties.
McDonald over the middle, 3rd interception thrown. This time it's Tony Fields who has the INT and runs it all the way back to the 25-yard line. Along with 3 touchdown passes for Cole McDonald. Now 3 interceptions by the Arizona defense.
Just as we laud his maturity, his calmness, he makes an inexcusable mistake for a senior. You can't throw that ball. There's nothing holding that linebacker down. Fields with the pick. Alum.
Right.
Of course you are.
And it will represent the group of 5. Hawaii would like to add its name to that potential list. Khalil Tate shakes his way for his biggest run of the night. Out of bounds near the 34-yard line. They will move the chains. First down, Arizona.
Aaron, I've been booed or fired by everybody in the Pac-12.
Sometimes at the same time.
If you're Arizona fans, you got to feel good about what you saw there. Hashtag free Khalil Tate. He got free on that last one.
Tate, screen to the outside. That's Wiley, the true freshman. Wiley blockers ahead across the 40-yard line to near the 42. That's a gain of 7 for Wiley.
Really nice job that time by Kamana Padello. the defensive end. He's a senior, former walk-on, really disruptive as a pass rusher. He's undersized, which is how he ended up here in Hawaii. But he's a guy we talked to yesterday. He's got a great story and a high motor.
Former walk-on Tate stepping up in the pocket. And now Tate will scramble again. Here goes Khalil Tate with the legs. Show him off, Khalil Tate. Inside the 30-yard line, stepping out of bounds.
This 2-by-2 formation right now is Arizona's version of clock offense. It's hard to imagine they need clock offense because they're in up-tempo all the time, but this is what they're trying to do. Trips into the boundary right here, see if they can steal something to the field. Timeout Hawaii trying to slow things down.
By Hawaii, timeout on the field.
31.
He just outruns them. This has to give him some confidence. Interesting situation here with 3 timeouts in 2 minutes. Hawaii kind of wants to slow things down because they don't want to give, or Arizona doesn't want to give Hawaii back the ball with too much time left here.
Tate on first down. Flings wide open, touchdown, Arizona. 27 yards to Joyner, a bust for the Hawaii D, and Arizona is a PAT away from tying it late in the second quarter.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. That is a bust. That is a gap in the back end, miscommunication. The corner came out of coverage, thinking that he needed to jump a underneath route, thinking he had help over the top. No one was there, and the freshman, who turned from quarterback to wide receiver, is having a heck of a night.
Jamari Joyner's first TD catch. Average PAT now even at 21, and it was all set up by the 31-yard run from Khalil Tate.
As this play goes on, you're going to see everybody jump, and it's going to allow Joyner to get outside and get behind the coverage. This is just a simple bust, not knowing what to do on the back end. There's Joyner right there off the hash, comes free. Frustration on the back end, clearly mistakes being made. The safety right there trying to double down on that inside one. And immediately, Ika Mokeke yelling at his cornerback because that's way too easy.
The last words you ever want to hear in the back end is, I got him, no you take it.
That's not the banjo you're looking for there,
Not
is it?
the banjo song we're looking for.
Tate in this game, the 31-yard rush to set that one up, already has more rushing yards today at 61 than any game last season. So despite the very slow start for the Arizona offense, it was interception, 3 and out, 3 and out. Now you're even at 21, and Khalil Tate doing it on the ground and through the air.
Their speed advantage is starting to reveal itself now. This has been a number of snaps out there now for the Hawaii defense. You can see they're not as fast as this Wildcat offense.
Average 6 kickoff will result in another touchback to the 25 for Hawaii as we check in with Jenny Dell. A technical issue with Jenny's microphone, so we will get it back down as soon as possible. Carter Blackburn, Aaron Taylor, Rick Neuheisel, Jenny Dell.
Expect Nick Rolovich now to put together a clock drive. This offense is built for this sort of thing. They've got 1:47 left. They've got 1 timeout. They'd like to save that timeout in the event that they want a field goal late, so they have time to bring the field goal team on. But they can work with dispatch, remembering that in college football, all first downs stop the clock.
Look at how rare this first half is for Cole McDonald. For the first time since 2014, Rakeem Cato and Marshall, 3 TD passes, 3 INTs and a half. Remember, he had only 10 interceptions a season ago, 3 in the first half. And yet McDonald and the Rainbow Warriors, a chance to take the lead still before the half. That's Bird on the edge. First down. Clock will stop temporarily on the first down. 1 timeout for Hawaii, but this appears to be time enough for the Rainbow Warriors.
The empty formation being employed. They've had much success with it. And when McDonald stays within the offense, doesn't try to get greedy, he's been very efficient.
Gain of 14 on the drive starter. McDonald to the air again. Bird bobbles, catches, goes down at the 46-yard line. It's another gain. Clock rolling to 1:18.
Still plenty of time. No need to spike the ball here. Just take advantage of as many plays as you can get, Aaron.
And that time Arizona defensively with 2 high safeties, not wanting to give up anything big over the top. McDonald smartly taking what was given underneath.
Snapped it. Do they get him? Free play. Here it is to the outside, and they cannot. take advantage of the offsides free play. Brown jumped, pass out of the hands of Phillips.
Really nice job that time by Tuolima.
Offside. Defense, number 12, was in the neutral zone with the snap. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Tuolima, yeah, he sees it out of the side of his eye. A smart center snaps the ball. He turns and looks to see him because he knows he's got a free play there.
You don't think they went on 2-oo there?
I see what you did.
So first down at 56 seconds and the one timeout.
Empty again.
And now McDonald. Complete across the 40-yard line. Move the chains again down to the 35.
Clock will stop. Plenty of time. No need to panic. Stay in your rhythm.
So Rick is a play caller or a head coach. Now that you're at the 35, under 50 seconds, you thinking end zone or you thinking setting up for a field goal? How many shots do you take?
I'm trying to get to the 20 before I start taking my shot so that I feel very confident my field goal kicker is going to be successful.
Maskell, the field goal kicker, has made 10 of his last 11. McDonald, deep shot, end zone. Forget about kicking a field goal. Cedric Bird, touchdown. Hawaii Rainbow Warriors back on top.
That's why I'm in the booth now. I'm too conservative.
Well,
what a great throw.
That's the same play they went back to. Arizona was in 3 deep coverage, and he hits them on the seam and basically once again throws it where they're not for another touchdown. Same player, same play.
The Arizona secondary has got to get their hands on these receivers as they get into the second level of the defense. They're 2-3 running, and it's too difficult to play those guys from the back end.
Maskell on for the PAT. You'd rather kick for 1 than kick for 3. The 3rd touchdown grab of the night of the senior from LA via Long Beach City College, Cedric Bird II.
Well, here are the 3 deep safeties here, and there's Cedric Bird there, Rick.
They basically come off the ball. They are coming straight down the field. There's no hands on him. He's unimpaired getting into this coverage, and that safety can't cover 2 vertical receivers. It's an impossibility, and McDonald puts it right on the money.
And he does that and creates that opportunity by looking off the other safety and holding him with his eyes to create that extra room that prevented him from getting back over to help.
As we check in again with Jenny Dell.
Well, hello, guys. Yeah, right before that drive, Coach Rolovich actually came over to the offense, pointed specifically to McDonald and Bird. He said, Cole, you need better ball control, and Cedric, work on your ball security. And I guess they listened to whatever Coach said, because we just resulted in a touchdown.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Message received. It's already over 100 receiving yards and 3 TDs for Bird. It's his 3rd career 100-yard game. And Rick, what did you say at the very beginning of the broadcast? You love college football because you never know what's going to happen. 3 interceptions by Cole McDonald, and now 4 TD passes, and there's 28 seconds left in the half. And now it goes through, and it's going to have to be picked up. And this is Taylor, who slips.
He's fine.
And so they'll bring it out to the 25. That's a touchback.
Yeah. He didn't carry it into the end zone, so that should be a touchback.
Brandon Cruz and his crew.
Really on the field as the ball was touched in the field of play. Status of the ball is still a kick by rule. The result of the play is a touchback. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, you don't like it, but
it's the old difference between a muff and a fumble, right?
Right. Touch there, back into the end zone. Well,
I'm not sure JJ remembered the rule.
Right.
It's one of the hardest things to do for a player, man, is those situations if you're not crystal clear.
That's one of those, oh man. I hope that's a touchback. So JJ, you did the right thing there out of the 25. So now Tate with Brightwell in the backfield. It's Brightwell who has it, room to run. Brightwell slips across the 30-yard line, across the 35. You have 3 timeouts for Arizona.
Absolutely.
16 seconds. You cross midfield, and you're not too far away from field goal range yourself here for the Cats.
Now remember, Arizona gets his ball back to start the second half, so if you're Hawaii, keep everything inside and in front.
3 timeouts. He snap it on first down without the timeout. Tate pressured. Tate rolling. He steps out of bounds with 10 seconds. You still have the 3 timeouts.
At this point, you have to get a chunk of yardage. You've got to get probably down to the opponent's 35-yard line to be able to line up for a 52 or 53-yard field goal. So you needed a chunk right there. They were trying to get a drag route underneath. That wasn't going to get enough. They need to get something vertical down the field if they're going to have a chance to score here at the end of the first half. You can see the defensive coordinator, get back, boys, get back.
Haversick,
nothing
the kicker,
good's going to happen if it throws over the top of your head.
It was up and down last year, but had 2 kicks of 50-plus late. Tate, second down. He's going to go down at last. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Arizona does take a timeout. 2 remaining.
First charge timeout by Arizona. 30-second timeout.
You're hoping for a prayer here, but the way that this drive is going, you almost want to just take a knee and get yourself into the locker room and lick your wounds. This could have been disastrous right there. He falls, basically sacks himself. They were running comeback routes. You get the ball back here to start the second half. You got a quarterback that's got a strong arm, but remember, Rick, this is an extremely young group of wide receivers. This is where experience in these sort of situations is going to be helpful when you've got guys on the outside that can go up and get it and help out the quarterback.
Yeah, the only play that can score here is a Hail Mary type of play. And that's a low percentage call. We'll have to wait and see if that's what they actually do. It looks like they're going to line up to try to do it. Normally a Hail Mary type of throw is with 3 receivers to one side. This is going to be 4 verticals, kind of a heave and hope type of thing. And you can see the Hawaii coaches, get back, boys.
So here's your heave. Clock at 0. Tate. There's the heave, and now the hope. Batted in the air, incomplete, and a wild first half comes to an end. 28-21, Hawaii on Arizona. 49 points, 4 turnovers, 540 yards of total offense, and we are only halfway done with Arizona and Hawaii. Pride Rock. A 1-touchdown lead at the break. Week 0 on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Had to hope for a wild start to Week 0 here in Honolulu between Nick Rolovich, Live Aloha, Play Warrior. A 6-1 start for Hawaii last year. Then they lost 4 straight, rallied, went to a bowl game, first winning season since 2010. Taylor takes it from the 1, Taylor across the 15. Taylor fighting to get near the 25-yard line as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Well, Carter, Coach Rolovich said that he's really pleased with his defensive play, but he said offensively they need to limit turnovers and really focus on ball security. Now, as far as the Wildcats go, Coach Sumlin said that their main focus right now is to disrupt the routes, get more hands on these guys, exactly what Coach Neuheisel just said. And guys, their focus in the second half is to be more disciplined in coverage.
Huh, it's almost like you've done this before, Rick. Like
once or twice.
Like you've seen college football, especially Pac-12 college football. And now Tate handing off, Taylor right side, and he's written down for a loss. So ET, they start off on the ground, but Hawaii was ready.
They were ready, and they got penetration on the backside, just collapsing down, getting their faces across the hats of the offensive line of Arizona. Coming into this game, I was excited to see this offensive line. They haven't been utilized much, but when they have, they've gotten stuffed like on that last one. Hawaii winning the battle up front.
Tate fakes it, incomplete. Looked like it had it open on the RPO, but Tate misfires on his first pass of the second half.
Nice little play action idea there. They're playing off of that inside linebacker. He had his receiver, missed him. I think Arizona's got to take advantage of their speed advantage, guys, and get the ball out to space. The more they hand off, I know we want to run the ball if you're an Arizona fan, but they have to be able to get the ball out in space and make these Rainbow Warrior defenders tackle out there.
Remember the first 3 drives of the first half, they didn't have a first down. And now 3rd and 10, Tate makes sure the beginning of the second half is a better start. Joyner has the grab, first down to the 40.
And that's what this offense needs to get going, to run tempo, is to get a first down. They're not going really fast here. They're kind of settled down. Clearly the coaching staff wants these guys to kind of settle down, have their assignments. They're on the road. Just keep getting first downs. They can easily hit the gas pedal when they need to, but that first down was crucial to start this half.
Tate rides it out, tosses. That's Dixon. Drew Dixon, very minimal gain. Wrestled down by Davis. So you see that awful start. Interception, punt, And then Tate had 8 straight completions to get it rolling at last for the Cats.
And just barely over 8 minutes of possession time. That puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Tate, handoff. And Hawaii getting tough inside against that Arizona offensive line. It is Wiley who was dropped, loss of 1.
Mason Vega, it's the defensive line of Hawaii that's getting inside. Look at the left side of the screen. They're bringing some outside pressure, but they're also getting whipped in their one-on-one matchups. There's 0 push and 0 sustain by the Wildcats offensive line at the moment.
2 tackles by Paul Scott already for Hawaii in the second half. Tate 3rd and 10. Converted the last 3rd down. Looking for help from somewhere. Heaves it downfield. Receiver falls down. It's incomplete. No flags anywhere.
Good no call.
Intended late for Trey Adams.
Just lost his footing. Good no call.
This
gives you a little bit of idea how dangerous Khalil Tate is. Just the ability to escape there is Houdini-like.
That's why it's so important if you're a defender to stay in your rush lanes and collapse and escape the blocks. That time Padello came all the way inside. His eyes got big thinking he was having the sack. Ended up losing contain. A little quick there.
Yep. False start on the offense. Backing Matt Aragon up a bit. Senior punter.
False start. Offense number 11. 5 yards penalty. It's 4th down.
Man, this just doesn't look like a team that's really sharp right now. Now, I know that's obvious by the way they're playing, but bobbled balls, having penalties, just not playing real smart heads-up football. This doesn't seem like a team that has that consistency that Kevin Sumlin.
Please set the game clock to 12 minutes and 50 seconds. 12:50 on the game clock, please.
Made such an emphasis about in the offseason. I think the story here is as much as Hawaii's defense and how well they're playing is how bad the Wildcats have been held in check.
Gun hits it around the 25-yard line. Stovall calls for the fair catch, backing up to the 21 to get it. So feast and famine for Cole McDonald and the Hawaii offense. 3 interceptions in the first half, but he bounced back with a TD pass on each Timmy Chang. Nick Rolovich was a backup for Timmy Chang, and there's Kevin Sumlin with Case Keenum at the University of Houston. Didn't recruit him, but inherited and utilized a heck of a quarterback in Case Keenum. So the top 2 passers in college football histories with direct ties to our 2 head coaches in this one tonight.
About 1,000 of those Case Keenum yards came against us, I promise you. He's still trying to figure out how to stop.
McDonald, deep shot, and guess who is there again? Cedric Byrd taking flight in week 0.
Tristan Cooper on the defense there, and again, you have to get your hands on these guys. If you allow them to run free into the secondary, they're too experienced and too talented to get them stopped. This is just a free run right there. Cooper has really little chance.
Just a straight mismatch, and they open the second half the way that they finished the first half, and that's McDonald to Byrd. I'm surprised that Arizona simply doesn't have an answer for that, given the advantage we thought they had with speed coming into this game.
McDonald to the air again. That's incomplete. Flag is down.
Defensive pass interference. You can't put your hands on there. I know they're trying to, but that's got to happen at the line of scrimmage.
It's Lorenzo Burns.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So after the 41-yarder to Byrd, 15 more pass interference.
Take it. Take some chunk plays. You got big plays. You got mojo. Remember how good they felt going into halftime. Their defense gets a stop at midfield. The offense gets the ball back. They hit Byrd, who gets in a mismatch one-on-one against Tristan Cooper. Why not take a deep shot?
Over 300 passing yards in the game already for Cole McDonald. 8th 300-yard game. Tying Nick Rolovich 4th in Hawaii history. McDonald, handoff, Faruda on the edge. Faruda finally brought down near the 5. He delivers a couple of blows as he turns the corner on Fields and Christian Young. Gain of 16.
This is a great scheme. It's like a power, but the guard slips a defensive end, and Faruda bounces off the outside. More known for being an inside between the tackles runner. That time Hawaii attacks the perimeter Because we've got an Arizona player, unfortunately, on the turf.
It's Lorenzo Burns who took a big pop on the edge as well. So Hawaii delivering blows. You see Ferutta go down. It was Burns earlier in the play who took a big pop.
Defenses have to accommodate for gaps. And what happens here is we see the puller, they come underneath the puller trying to accommodate that gap, but there's no one now in contain. And Ferutta does a great job, and the offensive guard pulling, Aaron, as you pointed out, doesn't waste himself. So they gain a blocker and they get around the edge unscathed.
Well, the defensive end that time tried to wrong shoulder it.
Exactly.
Hawaii was ready for it. When you know a defense is going to do it, he basically blocks himself. Just a nice job by the backside guard that time, solo by Pulu to slip the block, and thankfully we see Burns get up off the field. But how about Hawaii? Hawaii's going to the running game and finding some success with it is a nice changeup.
Burns and Young are both out on this play. Now Young and Burns both out here. So two of the Arizona starting defenders not on the field, first and goal. McDonald from the gun, fakes the handoff, keeps it. Cole McDonald pushing to the 3-yard line. So second and goal coming for Hawaii.
I got to tell you, man.
Tonight's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. 1 for 1 in the red zone so far. They were 63% touchdown last year, right on the national average.
This is an offensive line that struggled mightily a year ago. Early on in the game, Rolovich goes for it on 3rd and 4th and short a couple times, giving these guys some confidence. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at here from a field position standpoint if the run gets dialed up.
Here's the run. Here's Ferrutta's second effort into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. Dayton Ferrutta.
Tony Fields has got to be kicking himself here because he had a free shot here. They spread this formation, told Arizona it was going to be an inside run, and Tony Fields had a free shot and just did not get what he needed.
Well, the free technique to the right side over the right guard stunted himself inside. That created the initial gap. Fields was supposed to fill his gap, and he tried to, but it ain't easy tackling a 260-pound running back on the goal line.
As Burns heads to the Arizona locker room, the PAT is good for Hawaii. So we've seen plenty of the shoot. 4 TD passes for Cole McDonald. Now there's the run for Ferrutta into the end zone. And much of the Tomey family here in Hawaii for this special game between Arizona and Hawaii. And Rick, truly one of the most respected figures anywhere in college football.
As good a coach as Dick Tomey was, and he was fantastic, he was a better human being. He was fantastic. He cared about every player that he coached. He was reached out to opponent coaches, make sure they were doing well. He started a coaches classic, a golf tournament, to make sure coaches got along with one another. This guy was a great inspiration to all who knew him, and we're going to miss him.
And pioneering in recruiting as well, as Arizona has the DT, but when he was here at Hawaii, recruiting all of the Pacific Islands and bringing players from all around here at the University of Hawaii.
By the way, whenever you get a text from Dick, it would always say aloha or mahalo. He had that island spirit all the way through the end of his life, and I know everybody is like me, really going to miss him.
Arizona will continue to honor Dick Tomey throughout their season as well. Khalil Tate's pass is incomplete over the middle to the 40-yard line. You start with a pass and incompletion, and now you're into 2nd and 10.
Now this is going to be frustrating for the quarterback coach, Noel Mazzoni, because this is well designed. You've got an RPO, you've got him open, and Khalil's got to step in here and make this throw. He just doesn't get his feet set.
Ethan Tilford is in the backfield with Khalil Tate. Throwing again, 2nd down. Tate, time to throw. Out route caught.
He's out.
Is he? Yes, it's incomplete. He was out of bounds. AT, you were on it. Joyner is out of bounds. It's incomplete. You're 3rd and 10.
There are the nuances of being a receiver, right? The guy's a former quarterback just going to learn there and didn't know how to get his feet down.
All he needs 1, and he got 0.
Made sure he had possession of it, but again, that technique someone mentioned, something he needs to continue to work on.
Tate, 3rd down, chased. Khalil Tate trying to find the edge. Wrestled out of bounds. Chased out of bounds. Pikenso is the one who gives the chase. The senior from Oahu, 3 and out again for Arizona.
The pursuit here is unbelievable. Look at everybody unload and come and track the quarterback and use the defender or the sideline as an extra defender. Rick, you and I talked about it before the game. We were so concerned for Hawaii defensively because of the speed that Kevin Sumlin teams has, but they've more than held their own when 14s try to get free.
Aragon hits it inside the 20-yard line. Stovall grabs it near the 38. Stovall looking for a block on the edge. Across the 45, tripped up. Hangs on to the football as he gets across the 46-yard line. The Hawaii D gets another 3 and out. The Rainbow Warriors, 2-touchdown lead. Football AP top 10. I would say Florida is now the clubhouse leader after a wild win over Miami.
I don't think there's a quarterback in the country with more pressure on him than Justin Fields, who's going to start the game, start the season with Ohio State. The transfer from Georgia, everybody else is gone. Hardly a backup around. He's got to stay healthy and play well.
Cole McDonald, 1st and 10. McDonald, deep shot, downfield, incomplete. Chance for us to check in with Jenny Dell.
The Wildcats defensive coordinator Marcel Yates said that Jace Whitaker is the vocal leader of this team. And guys, I just heard that firsthand. He said, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the game. He was firing up his teammates. He said, it's the second half and we're still making the same adjustments. We're better than them. Stop letting things slide. Guys, he said, let's go out there and make a difference starting right now.
And it's going to be up to Jace Whitaker because we don't see Lorenzo Burns out as well. So Christian Young is out. Lorenzo Burns is out after both took significant pops on that last Hawaii offensive possession. Furuta slips away. Furuta rolling, lost the football. Arizona thinks they have it, waiting the official signal.
That's out. He's not down by contact.
Question is, who has the football at the bottom of the
field
pile?
is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Arizona.
Wildcat football on the 4th turnover of the game, and it's
Ruling on the field of a fumble recovered by the defense is under review.
4th turnover by the Hawaii offense.
Go ahead, Aaron.
You see him go to cover up that football there. But it's a nice job by Christian Young putting the point of his helmet onto the football and shakes it free from Furuta.
Sometimes these bruising running backs put themselves in harm's way. He wants to deliver the blow rather than take the blow right here, right? And he tries to get his shoulders down, but he exposes the football. And unfortunately for him, it gets out. Wildcat football.
Only one hand on it when contact was made. Almost has a chance to recover it there at the end. But the Wildcats swarm and come up with another turnover.
This is under review. Don Capel taking a look at it here. I mean, clearly the fumble, the ball is out.
Ball's definitely out.
Ball's definitely out. The question is, I mean, is there anything in there that would give you a clear picture that Furuta has possession while he's on the ground?
This may be my only chance to be batting 1,000, guys, right now. So I'm going right now. It's going to be confirmed.
Hit him where they ain't.
Looked like he had it covered up there too. Just does a nice job of dislodging it. With the way the bodies look, and with the immediate pointing with Harris there, 49, who had a real good look at it. It was in Furuta's hands initially after he lost it.
You agree that it was a fumble, though, right?
No question,
Yeah.
It's a fumble. It's about possession of who comes up with the football.
Well,
and there you see at the very end, Christian Young does it.
How about Christian Young, who left the game, wasn't out there for the first snap?
The ruling of a fumble was confirmed. The recovery stands as called. It's first down, Arizona.
So Young, who is banged up and misses a couple of plays, misses a couple of snaps, gets back out there and gets the fumble for the 4th takeaway by the Arizona defense, first of the second half.
Hawaii has been prolific offensively, but they have shot themselves in the foot with these turnovers. They could have put this game maybe away by now.
Way away.
But have kept Arizona in it. Arizona took full advantage in the first half. See if they can respond again.
So we talked about the run game. Maybe throwing some swing passes to the backs to get some speed and space could effectively work as a run game as well.
Tate on the roll. Tate looking for Brightwell. It's incomplete. Incomplete on first down. Tying your hands a little bit for the next couple of play calls. It was the 3-and-out last time for Arizona.
Someone's got to be frustrated with the lack of first down production. This is an offense that wants to go as fast as it can. For that to happen, you've got to get first downs. These plays to start the drive are critical because now you're trying to move the chains uphill against a defense that's feeling pretty confident.
Hawaii shows pressure off the edge. Brightwell, flag is down as he gets across the 40-yard line to near the 45. That's Gary Brightwell, the junior from Chester, PA.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. It's second down.
Robert Conjul is going to be taking on the linebacker here, Kanai Pacanso, and just kind of absorbs him and tackles him.
Offensive coordinators are like percussionists. They need rhythm. They need, to hit something, stay ahead of the chains. And unfortunately for Arizona in this second half, they have been unable to get any rhythm started.
Paging Mickey Hart. Tate 2nd and 20. Flings near the 40-yard line. Did Dixon have a foot in? Yes, he did. There's the sophomore Dixon.
Ruling on the field is a catch. Third down.
This gives you the idea that the strength of Khalil Tate's throwing arm. I mean, this is a cross-field, come-back out type throw. This requires absolute mustard on the throw, and he hits it perfectly.
It's off 12-yard grab, but you're still in 3rd and 8 because of the holding penalty. Tate rolling in the pocket. Throws, batted incomplete. 4th down coming for Arizona. It is knocked away by Rochesterman Ferris II and Kalen Hicks combined.
Sorry about that, partner. That was a hell of a play by Ro Ferris right there. He's their best cover corner. Closes right away, dislodges the football. Perfect timing. And thanks to the penalties and the lack of first down production, Hawaii's going to get this ball back. And that's a ball that hits Trey Adams in the hands. This young group of wide receivers not having their best first out.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs with the Arizona offense. Only 1 first down in the second half. This one backs up and is finally down by Arizona near the 45. So it'll be a short field. They roll just fired up.
He's making sure that his coverage unit understands when the ball's on the ground, there's usually a call like get away, get away. Somebody was still engaged, and if that hits him in the ankle, it becomes a fumble, and it's a costly turnover. He was emphatic with his coaching point. Let's just say it that way.
There's not many guys who are going to smile after that near blunder by your team, but that's where Rolo is.
He's staying positive, man. Defend the rock.
Let me explain to you the principle of possession.
Yeah, Joey finally gets that coaching memo. So 1st and 10 from the 45. McDonald hit as he throws over the middle, delivers another strike inside the 35-yard line to Cedric Byrd again. This one goes for 21.
I used to call this a magnet route. Watch the underneath the receiver sit down. The DB jumps him. You can see there, and all of a sudden you throw right behind him.
And that was play action. The linebackers got sucked up, and I don't know if you can get more wide open than that.
Draw the defender to you just like a magnet and throw right over his ear.
Byrd is now approaching 200 receiving yards in the game. Not even midway through the 3rd quarter. Flag down here. False start on the offense. McDonald takes a late hit. That was on field. No flag on that second hit. Brandon Cruz separates.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Interesting, we haven't seen any empty yet in the second half. Maybe no need for it, but you have to imagine that Arizona had to be on the chalkboard trying to come up with some answers for that formation, as it was prolific in the first half.
Hawaii's held this ball for 23.5 minutes to 12.5 for Arizona. They were talking about having a little bit more depth this year on this defensive side of the ball, but this is the point in the game where all these plays and all the time they've been on the field start to add up.
McDonald with the wind whipping here at Aloha Stadium. That's JoJo Ward slipping away. Ward wrestled down near the 30-yard line, so get it back to the 30, and it's a gain of 9. So Ward has one touchdown grab, but dare I say that Cedric Byrd is becoming the new king of week 0. That's what he had last year versus Colorado State, and somehow he has bettered that production midway through the 3rd quarter with 190 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns.
He had some pretty big shoes to fill with number 5 from a year ago, and John
Here's that big
Ursua.
split formation, either down the middle or a run screen type idea.
Or a dart.
There's Holly. Slipping out of tackles, Fred Holly goes, roll, lots of football again. Scooped up by Arizona. Another turnover by the Hawaii offense. Colin Schooler rips this one away. The 5th takeaway by the Arizona D. Now can the Wildcats finally take advantage?
What I like about this is that Arizona is finally creating its own opportunities. Nice job there by running through the arm tackle, but once again, it's Christian Young in on the play. Schooler there in pursuit, who dislodges the football. Looks like Scotty Young Jr. was in on that as well. Simultaneously, both safeties getting Holly to give the rock up. And Arizona's got to do something with these opportunities. They're down by 14. They're on the road. Khalil Tate, one of the most explosive players in the country. Yeah, your receivers are young, but you got to find a way to get it done.
Tate handing off. Taylor spinning away. Taylor trying to keep it alive. Manages to get a few on first down as we check in with Jenny.
Well, you just saw the 5th takeaway there, and I'm just going back to the conversation I had at the half with Coach Rolovich, and he said they really do need to focus on ball security. They think they're so cool not taking care of the football. No one thinks that's cool. Not your mom, not your grandma. I certainly don't. So he made a joke out of it, but clearly trying to focus on that in the second half.
Ice cold. Taylor keeps him alive again across the 45. Move the chains. First down, Arizona. Just the 2nd first down of the second half for the Cats.
That's what I want Arizona to start doing. When they can get themselves and their backs downhill, they've got a chance. That time it was Kanai Pacanso who made a touchdown-saving tackle almost. The speed of Arizona, if they can get unleashed, can be deadly here and get them back in the game.
Tate pulls it. Tate on the roll. Gonna have to heave it into the stands almost on first down as he was pressured, blown up. He and J.J. Taylor tangled, and Taylor's going to get a break as Michael Wiley comes back in for Arizona.
Give defensive coordinator Corey Batoon's defensive front a lot of credit there for getting some pressure. But Tate has to hit those passes. This is the difference in the game. McDonald's taking the underneath throws, making it look simple. For whatever reason, Khalil Tate has been unsuccessful taking the little stuff.
Tate hands off. Wiley met as soon as he grabs it, and he is pushed back. Solomon Matautia, the senior from right here in Oahu, forcing third down.
Matautia, the leading tackler from a season ago, read that right away. He was unblocked. Arizona has to do a better job on their combination blocks of working to the second level, because you cannot have unblocked defenders coming down. Here's a third down situation. The crowd's into it. You're at midfield. Hawaii's going to bring some pressure and see if they can get field to get rid of this ball early, and they don't. They drop 3.
Tate whips it. It is caught. What a grab by Stanley Berryhill III, going out of bounds. A big conversion, just the 3rd on third down tonight for Arizona.
They were raving about Berryhill when I went to watch them practice in Tucson, saying that he was very reliable. He catches the back end of that ball to make the first down grab.
Tate pulls it. Tate, like he got tripped up a little bit across the 35-yard line, but Tate, little shake and bake move.
It almost looked like he was trying to slide or go down on purpose versus keeping that ball and get vertical. What did you see there, Rick?
I'm wondering if they've told him not to take any hits, because as a runner, a 1,400-yard runner from 2 years ago, there was more in that run.
And now on 2nd and 6, free play. Tate, deep shot, incomplete. Intended for Berryhill. Tangled up on the outside with Ferris. So you take the 5.
Take the 5. And
Offside. Defense, number 55, was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
Self-inflicted wounds as Blessman Ta'ala, the true sophomore from Samoa.
If you make the decision that you're going to go for it with 4 downs here, which is the likelihood down 14, you have a chance maybe to take a shot here. Hawaii, I think, is predicting it as they stay back.
Fling it to the outside, complete. Castile inside the 25. That's enough for a 1st down. Okeke comes up to make the stop, move the chains for Arizona.
Good job to get the 1st down, and once again, nice open field tackling by Hawaii defense, who struggled to do a year ago.
Cats hurry up. Taylor takes the handoff inside the 20. Taylor inside the 10. He is in for a touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Taylor from 24 yards.
Now that looks like J.J. Taylor from a year ago. The outside zone, they just kind of unveiled it. I don't think we've seen it until this drive. 2 plays, monster gains, this one for a touchdown. Beautifully executed by that front end, the running back, J.J. Taylor.
And he runs right through the arms of Blessman Ta'ala, the player that just got the offsides penalty the play before.
So finally off the takeaway from the D into the end zone for Arizona. Haversick to make it a 1-touchdown game again. J.J. Taylor, the 3rd-team All-American, into the end zone, bringing Arizona back late into the night in Hawaii. Oh, tonight it is football with the Rainbow Warriors. Got off to a 6-1 start last year, then lost 4 straight, rallied to go to a bowl game. Arizona off the 5-7 first season under Kevin Sumlin. Now it's already been a wild one, a 1-touchdown game with 4:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Stovall thought about bringing it out, hits a knee, touch back to the 25-yard line. And here are tonight's Geico difference makers. Khalil Tate, 2 TDs, 55 rushing yards, more than he had any game last year for Arizona. And dare I say, Cedric Byrd has been a Geico difference maker tonight.
Phenomenal effort by all these receivers. And, you know, Cole McDonald's having a monster game, guys. 28 for 36, 357 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's had the 3 interceptions, 2 of which I know he really wants back. But when we asked about his leadership, he said more by example. This is where Cole McDonald's got to grab these guys and make sure they understand they have a chance to win this game. They have a chance. They cannot keep turning the ball over. And I think he's got to get demonstrative in getting that accomplished with his offensive teammates.
First of 3 for Hawaii versus Pac-12 foes to open up 2019. Slipping away goes Jared Smart, the junior from Laney College, who makes the grab. Schooler finally forces him out. That's a gain of 21 on 1st down.
This is again 3-deep coverage where you have 2 corners and 1 center fielder. They take advantage of underneath, which is one of the weak spots of that coverage. Every time Arizona's in cover 3, Hawaii exploits it.
And if you're Arizona defensively, you've got to find a way to get some pressure and stay opportunistic. Keep finding a way to strip the ball. That's been your calling card tonight.
If you can't get there with the blitz, at least disrupt the releases of the receivers.
0 coverage right here. Looks as if they're coming.
And Ifty on 1st down for Hawaii. Screen tipped.
Nice.
McDonald
Smart.
goes DB. It's scooped up by Arizona, but it's an incomplete pass. Cruz makes the definitive signal. Incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It's legal for the quarterback to control the ball in the air and bat it to the ground with no possession. Incomplete pass, 2nd down.
Great explanation there from Brandon, because Cole McDonald went DB to knock this one to the ground.
Very heads-up play there.
Beautifully done. Marcel Gates, the defensive coordinator for Arizona, realizes the predicament he's in. You can't sit there and end up with bullets in your holster, right? You've got to fire your guns, and that's exactly what you saw there. 0 coverage from this place on the field is unusual. Usually you see it when you get down into that red zone, but he knows I'm running out of time here.
J.B. Brown knocked it away.
A
Cole
0
McDonald
look again. A zero look again, meaning no safeties back.
And an empty backfield again for Hawaii. So same
Now,
look on
yep.
second
Now
down.
they'll check out.
First.
Now they'll check out.
He's smelling three.
And McDonald hit as he throws.
Oh!
It is! Is it? It's incomplete.
bottled
Incomplete.
it. Very
Nearly
good.
a miraculous interception by Christian Roland Wallace. There is a flag down as McDonald took a pop.
Looks like a late
Personal
hit.
foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 49, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And you talk about a double whammy. Arizona thought they had another takeaway. Instead, Hawaii football and a 15-yard penalty on the Cats.
We've had 3 different Hawaii players turn the football over, but it's right there, not controlling the ball all the way through. It looks like it hits. They may want to take another look at this, but they don't need to look at that again.
The penalty would overrule it anyway.
What I saw there with Cedric Byrd, we've had 3 different Hawaii players turn the football over. That would have been the 4th person responsible. Arizona, as Carter, you mentioned, almost came up with a hell of a play. But Hawaii's now got a fresh set of downs. This is a very important opportunity to stop here for this Wildcat defense.
On first down, McDonald tipped, and it's almost picked again. This one off the hands of Cedric Byrd. Every play is an adventure right now for Hawaii's offense.
Back into the empty formation. There again, they were able to find an open receiver. But here again, I mentioned to Cole McDonald, be demonstrative. Make sure these guys understand concentration has to be at full tilt right now. We cannot squander these opportunities.
Maybe we jinxed them with our Geico difference maker.
I mean, how wild is this? 1 touchdown game. 3:31 to go in the 3rd quarter, and no one knows what's going to happen on each snap.
Empty again, cover 0.
Oh, right tackle.
False start.
False start. Offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty at second down.
Second of the game for him. Here he is right here on the bottom of your screen. This is second one, and another self-inflicted wound after Arizona defensively makes a mistake, gets you a fresh set of downs. Now you're behind the sticks and trying to move the chains uphill.
We said at halftime Arizona would have to go into the locker room and have an adjustment for empty. They clearly have one now, cover 0, meaning there are no safeties back, just playing man, adding an extra defender to the rush that can't be accounted for.
But it's a major risk.
It's a major risk. Here, empty again, 2 safeties.
McDonald loads up. Here's the deep shot, and it's incomplete. Overshooting Cedric Byrd. Best player had a chance at it was Scotty Young, the free safety.
Wonder if he was trying to hit Jason Matthews Sharsh there, who broke his route off and flattened out. McDonald threw the ball like he thought he was going to run a skinny post. And you see the 2 receivers there having a conversation about what they saw because they weren't on the same page.
This was more like Tampa 2, the old Tampa Bay Buccaneer version of cover 2, where the Colin Schooler runs down the middle of the field. The receiver saw it, came underneath him, but he and the quarterback were not on the same page.
Leaving it with 3rd and 15. First 3rd down this half, and it's a handoff, and it's Miles Reed who gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th down, you're inside the 40-yard line. Already 2 4th down conversions, and Cole McDonald shows no signs of coming off the field right now. This is Nick Rolovich football for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Leave him out there for 4th and 10.
This is phase 2, right? Coach Rolo said this is phase 2. Why be nervous? This offense is built for this kind of predicament. If you blitz us, we score. They're not blitzing. It looks zonish. They ought to be able to find an open receiver.
Perfect on 4th down so far, but this is 4th and 10. McDonald on the roll, throws another pick. It's intercepted again by Jace Whitaker, who's going to bring it back across the 50-yard line. Whitaker shoved out. Whitaker's still going, but he's out of bounds near midfield. It is another takeaway by the Arizona defense, the 6th Hawaii turnover.
It's baffling to me. Why do you run a run play on 3rd down and 15 to get yourself a 4th and 10? He should not throw this football. You throw it across your body, it's too late. Whitaker baits him and comes up with another pick.
Aaron, you hit the nail on the head. The ball is way late, meaning his eyes were down the field and he missed his opportunity to hit Bird earlier. Whitaker did a beautiful job of baiting the throw and then obviously making the interception. Opportunistic? I guess so. How about this Arizona defense?
Second pick by Whitaker, 4 INTs thrown by Cole McDonald. Khalil Tate, play fake. Tate looking long. Tate dials it up all the way to the end zone. It is pass interference, and it's a good pass interference by Kalen Hicks. 15 yards rather than 6 points.
If there's a great pass interference, this would be under the heading, right?
Pass interference, defense, number 3, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And defensively, if you're Hawaii, you got to be expecting that after a sudden change. And there's that speed from that young wide receiver group that we were talking about. But as we've stated before, Hicks, who didn't have an interception in all of last season as a safety, comes up with a play and prevents a touchdown.
Best pass interference of the year in college football so far. Taylor cuts it back. First down. Here goes Taylor. Takes a pop, rolls inside the 30, and J.J. Taylor is starting to get ahead of steam.
Had only 6 carries in the first half. He has been a part of this. We're going to maybe take a look at it and see if his elbow goes down. That would mean he was down.
Boom, right there.
May take a look.
Ruling on the field that the runner was not down is under review.
It looked pretty obvious that his elbow was down, didn't it, boys?
Yeah, he's down.
Rulebook says any part of the ball carrier's body except his hand or foot touches the ground. And so,
you know the old adage in boxing that styles make the fight. Isn't this fun to watch this cat and mouse game? We've got a run and shoot offense that's taking all the time they want to call the next play. And then we've got this warp speed offense of Noel Mazzoni utilizing just great speed. It is it's fun to see the contrast.
We anticipate this one coming back with Taylor down, but clearly J.J. Taylor in the Arizona ground game is starting to find a rhythm.
And that's what the plan was, we thought, coming into this game. They came out, started this game with 3 3-and-outs, boys, and they were throwing the football all over the track against a defense that couldn't stop them. Now that they're find themselves within 1 score, 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter, they're starting to feed a dude who rushed for 1,400 yards last year.
Exactly, 1,400 yards. He's become now a focal point of the offense, which is encouraging if you're a Wildcat fan. But also, by getting him incorporated, you're starting to change the balance of time of possession. You had given the ball 75% of the snaps in the first half to
After reviewing the play, the runner was
Hawaii.
down at the 39-yard line. Ball will be returned to that spot. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Hawaii's got to be careful not to tighten up here. They're giving Arizona all the chances they can. It's a 1-score game. Since this second half started, particularly in the third quarter, from the middle point on, the momentum, if you will, really seems to be going the Wildcats' way. There was a point here where Arizona was out of it, but Hawaii steadily let them back in, and that fateful decision to go for it on 4th down and the poor decision by Cole McDonald to throw late across his body in the middle of the field could be one that could change the course of this game.
Well, that's a big turn there for Taylor, difference of about 10 yards.
You sound like fans. You sound like fans. You go for it, and then you're an idiot when you went for it. It didn't work.
So this would be 2nd and 12 now, rather than 2nd and short. 2nd and 12. Taylor with Tate. Tate to the outside, complete. Castile on the screen. Blockers ahead. He gets it all back inside the 25-yard line. First down. Helmets come off. Some jawing.
This is what I was talking about earlier, guys. Is getting the ball out to space and seeing if this now kind of taxed Hawaii defense can get out there and make tackles. The outside zone play for J.J. Taylor has been the home run plays. Getting the ball out to these great athletes, letting them run with it in space has been the key.
Bentley lost his helmet, will sit for a play. First down inside the 25. Handoff, there's Taylor left side, takes it to the 20-yard line. That means Taylor has 6 carries in this third quarter after having 6 total in the first half.
He's such a weapon. And he's somebody that they've used at time as a wide receiver and swing routes, checkdowns on 3rd down. But this is a speed and space game. Rick just said it. You got to put the ball into your hands of your playmakers on the outside edge where they can utilize their skill set.
Tate, fake it, Toss it.
Got him again.
Wide open. Is he out or is he in? Touchdown. Arizona is the call. A 21-yard TD for Stanley Berryhill.
Got a celebration penalty, Carter. It looks as if.
It looks like Berryhill just did walk the tightrope on the sideline to get in the end zone, but the flag for celebration.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 86, it's his first of the game for going into the stands and high-fiving the fans. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
We need to make the fan do some up-downs too then.
That's right. That's just...
This is a beautiful play call and design. See if he gets possession of the football. Crosses, that looks good.
So touchdown, definitely good, and now it's snapped, it's in the books. PAT, and we are even at 35. 51 seconds left in the third. Back and forth between the Wildcats and the Rainbow Warriors. The fun one we had hoped for in week 0 from Honolulu.
No Mazzoni, great play call. The play before, they hit him on the right side with a bubble screen. They fake it this time. And then the defender for Hawaii, Akil Francisco, number 23, came up, which is what allowed the receiver to get so wide open. And you could see the Khalil Tate and Berryhill celebrating as they've tied this one up after another Hawaii turnover.
Berryhill did a great job of what we call throttling in the zone. You can see the flat defender up in front of him, the safety coming over the top. Rather than screeching down the field to try to get to the end zone, he sits down, allows Tate to fire a bullet at him, and then does the rest with his legs. It's a little-known skill to kind of feel your way in zones and lead the quarterback to completions rather than to collisions.
How about the number we just showed you? 28 points off turnovers for Arizona. 28 of their 35 off the 6 Hawaii turnovers. Aversick's kickoff. That's Stovall from the 5. Stovall shaking his way across the 30-yard line. Nice moves to get to the 32 for Melquise Stovall. And we have a change at quarterback. Chevin Cordero is going to come into the game for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. This is Cordero, the redshirt freshman who played in 4 games last year. He started versus Wyoming through the game-winning TD, led the comeback win over UNLV. St. Louis School as a Crusader, a huge touchdown pass to beat Kahuku. And state playoffs, and so he has already built a legendary career here on Oahu. And now Chevin Cordero, after Cole McDonald, yes, almost 400 passing yards, but 4 interceptions. And here comes Chevin Cordero to try and give Hawaii a spark very late in the third. 2 of the turnovers were on the running backs, but 4 interceptions thrown by McDonald. And now Cordero, 1 for 1 as he completes to the outside. It's Sharsh who makes the grab.
Chevin Cordero took full advantage of the new rule that the NCAA put forth last year as a redshirt, meaning that you could play up to 4 games and still get your year back. Everybody has 5 years to complete 4 years of eligibility, but in that 5th year, you can play up to 4 games and don't have to be hurt, which was the old rule, to get it back. He got to play last year and let 2 come from behind victories that you just brought up, Wyoming and UNLV, and still is a freshman. This is an absolute blessing as they let the third quarter run out.
McDonald, who threw only 10 interceptions a year ago, 4 so far tonight. So we go to the 4th, even at 35. Don't go anywhere. Who knows what the 4th quarter has from Hawaii. If you love college football, you love this week 0 wackiness between Florida and Miami. And now late into the night to the fourth quarter in Honolulu, Arizona and Hawaii even at 35. Rainbow Warrior football, second down, Chevan Cordero. The backup quarterback is in for Hawaii after Cole McDonald 4 interceptions. Arizona shows pressure on second down. Handoff, Miles Reed. Reed pushing near the first down. So as we celebrate 100, it is a first down. As we celebrate 150 years of college football, you go back to 1869, 6-4 final, 10 points in that game. Tonight, 3 quarters, 10 total touchdowns. Now that is a fun fact.
Unless you're a defensive coordinator.
if you're a defensive coordinator, you're not having fun in college football in the 21st century.
Why would anybody that's coming into coaching ever want to coach on the defensive side of the ball, given what's taken place all over the country on offense?
Cordero chased. Cordero, another dangerous pass. Nice sliding grab by someone on that Arizona sideline. Hey, give him a game ball.
This is an interesting move by Nick Rolovich here. Taking his senior quarterback out, guy who's had a monster night minus the interceptions, and saying, I'm going to go with my freshman because you need him to learn a lesson that you can't put us in harm's way. You can't throw it to the other team and continue to be our quarterback.
You think this is as much about a message for Cole McDonald than it is for Chevan Cordero?
Well, he's had success with Cordero. Remember, he led 2 comebacks, but it's also a message being sent.
Cordero, the former backup at St. Louis, to Tua Tagovailoa. He's handing off. Miles Reed dives across the 40-yard line. Troy Young went low, and Miles Reed rolls over him for a gain of 18.
Great job by that time the left guard and center climbing up to the second level and allowing Reed to hit the hole downhill, and then it's just a little bit of speed of his own. A nice changeup for this offense, who's done a remarkable job running the football tonight.
And the change is not only at quarterback. After fumbles by Veruta and Holly, you have Miles Reed, the 3rd running back in there at Hawaii. So changes because of all of those turnovers, all 6.
Nobody gets a free pass. I think the message loud and clear, and I'm a fan.
So it's Cordero, first down, fling to the outside. There's your consistent player of the night for the Hawaii offense, Cedric Byrd, as Hawaii goes over 500 yards of offense on that grab. Byrd will,
and Carter,
close to 200.
And Carter, what's happening here is they're controlling the clock again. We talked about Arizona having just over 8 minutes of possession time in the first half. They had over 8 minutes in the third quarter because of these turnovers. You go back to the precision type of offense that this was the foundation of the run and shoot. Take what they give you, and you can keep this defense on the field, wear them out, and more importantly, keep all those explosive offensive players over there on the sideline.
Cordero, second down, stepping up, delivers another strike. That's Sharsh, the senior, takes it to near the 25. They'll move the chains, forward progress to the 26-yard line for a gain of 9.
Nice patience that time by Cordero. It was cover 2 high safeties. He just was patient. These receivers are taught to work to find the space in the zones, go to where they're not. That time Sharsh did it. Comes up with the big catch, and Cordero now in the high red zone, knocking on a door in a game where points are at a premium.
A year ago, he had 6 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. The guy knows how to take care of the football. He's playing within the offense. It's a beautiful thing to watch right now, unless you're an Arizona fan.
Cordero, 1st and 10, time to throw. Coming over, Whitaker, it's incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It's second down.
Whitaker on Byrd. Whitaker was bidding for his 3rd interception of the night. Clearly incomplete.
Yeah, you didn't see him being real demonstrative after they gave the incomplete call. Nice job of acting, but wasn't going to go overboard.
And boys, I want to give some love to this offensive line. 0 sacks so far tonight. 46 a season ago.
Don't jinx him, AT. Here's second down, fake it. Cordero's going to keep it. Gets a block on the edge. Cordero, big pop, takes it inside the 20-yard line. Cordero on second down sets up the Rainbow Warriors for 3rd and short. That's a gain of 7.
This is that same slip play where they pull the backside guard and he's going to slip around and not block the defensive end who's going to do a wrong arm technique 14. You see there, he doesn't even have to block them. They get themselves to the perimeter. They dialed that up early in the game and run it again beautifully.
3rd and 2, first drive for Shevin Cordero.
Thinking 4 down here, I am.
I think Nick Rolovich is.
He's been thinking 4 downs
Right.
all game.
Cordero hands off. Reed pushing, shove back.
I don't think he made the first down,
Very
but it was an
close.
unbelievable effort to get back as close as he did.
Wilborn gets a final push for Arizona to force 4th down.
They had taken dead aim on him. Listen, I think you came into this phase 2 trying to beat a Pac-12 team. Don't think you're going to do it with field goals. You're going to ride this thing.
I disagree. Kick the field goal here, take the points, get some confidence to your quarterback. The last time they went for it on 4th down, it was a turnover.
But this is 4th and 1. They have 2 4th down conversions. That was early with McDonald.
Somebody
and now
on that
Cordero.
sideline
This
agrees
is the
with you.
first charge timeout of the half by Hawaii. 30-second timeout.
But remember, the first time on 4th down, it was line up for 4th down, take a timeout.
Right.
Most everyone else in college football comes out and kicks.
Here's my
and then
only
Hawaii
problem.
comes out and converts on 4th down.
Hawaii is trying to take the next step. They're a Mountain West team. They're at home. They've already changed the field position. They're in position here. I don't know how good they believe in their field goal kicker, but ultimately right here, go ahead and find a way to get your first down. Looks as if they may have changed their mind as the field goal kicker walks out there, and I totally understand that. But you should not have to waste a timeout in a 35-35 game to make that decision.
Thank you, Rick. And I'm an old lineman, and it's 4th and 1, and I'm telling them to kick the dang field goal.
Well, Meskel has made 10 of his last 11 kicks. The only miss in that stretch from 53. So this 34 yards and the lead out of the timeout. Good hold. Meskel gets the kick away, and it is good. And Hawaii takes the lead. Nice hold from Gaudian. 38-35. But oh, by the way, 10:39 left in the 4th. Game to UCF.
Well, he's really the story there with Mackenzie Milton's injury and then Daryl Mack's injury in the offseason. Brandon Wimbush smartly transfers, is going to have the keys to an offense that was deadly explosive a year ago.
Kelly Bryant gets to be a signal caller again at Missouri. They play at Wyoming. Won't be an easy task next week.
Fair catch, Taylor. Arizona ball at the 25 as we check in with Jenny Dell.
The Rainbow Warriors are without one of their defensive leaders and linebacker Jeremiah Pritchard. He left earlier in the quarter, left the field limping to the locker room. Guys, it looks like a left leg injury, but I will update you as soon as I get more information.
And that's huge for Hawaii because you already have Pene Pavi'i, the starting Mike linebacker. He's out for a while, certainly tonight. Jeremiah Pritchard, his replacement, is down. So now you have Kanai Vikenso, the senior from Oahu, your number 3 middle linebacker in there against Arizona.
It affects your talent, depth.
That's Wiley who gets the first down carry for a couple.
It's not a big run, but I like the thought process there from Arizona. When they've had a little bit of success running the football, it shortens the chains and makes the conversions a little bit easier. As soon as they get their first down, we're going to see that tempo that they're so apt to do.
They're in what we call 20 personnel, meaning 2 backs, no tight ends. Now they're lined up and empty. But remember, Tate's a brilliant runner from this formation.
About Hawaii, still more rush yards. Tate trying to change that in a hurry. Khalil Tate goes shaking across the 50-yard line. Out at midfield, Khalil Tate with a little jawing at the end of the run, but he earned it.
Defensive end gets too far upfield, coming off the outside edge, doesn't close, so contain is broken. He spills out through the B gap and is off to the races.
And this is where tempo offenses become tempo offenses. They're no good if you don't get first downs. But now you've got them tired out. We see a shift change by the Hawaii defense. See what can happen here.
After a 22-yard gain, complete on the edge, Cunningham, blockers ahead. Cunningham inside the 35, bumped out of bounds by Kalen Hicks inside the 30.
They've been very successful on these bubble screens, and these wide receivers for Arizona, they may be struggle catching the football, but they are blocking their tails
That
off.
was beautiful perimeter blocking right there.
43 yards on the last 2 plays for Arizona. Tate, hands off. J.J. Taylor on the edge. Taylor. I mean, that was contained relatively well by Eugene Ford, and Taylor still gets
the first unblocked defender got to him 7 yards down the field. This is what tempo does to a team, as they're sitting there huffing and puffing into the 4th quarter of a game. Noel Mazzoni has him where he wants him.
Give him 6 officially as Tate in Arizona with a pedal down. Tate, toss on the run pass option, Cunningham. Near a first down, move the chains, first down Arizona. He has it inside the 20 into the red zone for the Wildcats.
Aaron, you remember all those conditioning drills where you had to go from one sideline to the other? This is what Hawaii defense is doing right now. We just saw the bubble screen to the right. We saw the option pitch, which basically was a screen out to the left. They're going from sideline to sideline. They're gassed.
Tate turns hands, Taylor. Cut back. Taylor takes a pop at the 15 and somehow gets to the 13. You would think maybe hear about a defensive timeout, but Rick, you pointed out, they took the timeout prior to the field goal kick, so that one
too valuable.
And they're subbing their guys out. And I want to talk about J.J. Taylor a little bit. He's seemingly undersized, more of a scat back, but he can run with power. He puts his foot in the ground and gets north and south, as well as any back in the Pac-12. He packs a little punch here.
When I met him, I was shocked he was on the team. He's 5'6", barely. He looks like a Mini Cooper, but he absolutely can make people miss.
Short does not mean small. He can make you miss and drop his shoulder.
He gets a break here. Tilford in at running back. Tate end zone. It's intercepted near the goal line. And a run back. Oh, KK is going to take it all the way across the 50-yard line. Ecom. Oh, KK from the goal line. 50 yards, bringing it back on the return.
Hawaii defense says, hey, Neuheisel, I'll tell you how gassed we are. Watch this. What a great anticipatory interception by the free safety. Tate forgetting that the safety doesn't have to back up. You can see him standing still. He's on the goal line. There's no depth in the red zone. Costly mistake. Great play for the Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, KK brings it all the way back. Hawaii with a 3-point edge and the football.
Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough. What would she say?
You kidding me?
This is Cordero shaking his way inside the 30-yard line. Cordero takes it down inside the 25. Chevin Cordero, second drive for Hawaii. He picks up 22 yards on the scramble.
Well, that's what the run and shoot is known for, rushing, right?
On the quick change, rather than take a shot through the air, it's Cordero on the ground.
He has added a spark. He's playing within the offense, and clearly the kid's a winner.
After 4 interceptions by the starter Cole McDonald, the redshirt freshman from Honolulu, Cordero. Field goal drive last time they had it. And now off the interception, Cordero rolling out of the pocket, chased, and finally shoved out of bounds near the 23-yard line. It's Anthony Pandy who forces Cordero out.
Nice decision making there.
Chevin Cordero trying to lead Hawaii into the end zone. It was a field goal drive last time. The Rainbow Warriors had it on offense with their redshirt freshman on in relief of Cole McDonald. Now facing 3rd and 9 after a nice tackle by Jalen Harris.
It looked like it was a zone read where the quarterback's eyes should have been on Jalen Harris, and he just confused him by coming upfield and then chasing it down. Beautiful play by the defensive end.
Cordero on 3rd and 9. We have a full start.
False start. Offense number 9. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Unacceptable. If you're Hawaii, these are killers. Your defense makes a great play, and you shoot yourself in the foot and significantly reduce your ability to convert this here on 3rd down in the high red zone.
Some would say a new quarterback will lend itself to this. You know, the cadence is changing and so on and so forth, but you're a senior receiver. You cannot make a mistake right there at 3rd and 9. Now it's 3rd and 14.
On the edge of field goal range from the 30. So Cordero, time in the pocket, delivers, end zone, touchdown, Hawaii! Cedric Byrd again, this time for 30. The 4th touchdown catch of the night for Cedric Byrd.
This was that Tampa coverage where Colin Schooler was going right down the middle. I thought he should have thrown it to him on the front side of Schooler. He waits and throws it on the backside and finds a way to fit it in. Everybody loves Chevron.
Rick, that window was about 12 inches wide, and he put the ball on the money.
We apologize for missing a couple of those Hawaii plays, but Chevron, Cordero, and the Hawaii offense into the end zone. It was Okeke with the INT at the goal line, bringing it back to the 50. Cordero on a dime to Byrd. Rainbow Warriors by 10.
And to throw that football, put it right on the money to put them up by 10. Great job by Chevron Cordero.
Taylor touched back to the 25. So the redshirt freshman, seems like everything Chevron Cordero does is dramatic. But with 5:02, Arizona down by 10, full complement of timeouts, and an Arizona team built to go in a hurry in a 2-score game.
I think we're going to see that 2-by-2 formation, which is their traditional clock offense. They've got to be in up-tempo now because it's going to require 2 scores to get the game tied or won.
It was a 14-0 start for Hawaii. Arizona came back, scored touchdowns on 3 possessions late in the first half. Now late in the 4th, 5:02 to go. Tate from the 25, pumps, looking downfield. Tate heaves it long for Barry Hill. It is caught inside the 25-yard line. Barry Hill and the Cats pick up a huge chunk on 1st down.
This is where Khalil Tate is so dangerous. When he's on the move, he's almost better when he's outside the pocket. Look at that, throwing across his body. He jumps into it and drops it in the breadbasket.
Don't try that at home, folks.
57 yards, Tate to Barry Hill.
Unreal.
Into the red zone in a hurry. Fake it, Tate, pressure, outside the pocket again. Tate, this time dances out of bounds at the 20. Officially, it's a loss, but don't tell Khalil Tate that. DeCanso applies the pressure.
And aside from a big gain there, it also gives Tate some confidence back. The last time he was down on this side of the field, he threw a turnover that significantly ended up in points on the other end. He's got to make some better decisions here. You can't overstate how important of a drive and set of downs this is for the Wildcats.
You don't need to be manic here with your tempo, but you have to keep track of that you need 2 scores.
Tate, time to throw. Now rolling out of the pocket, chased from behind. Khalil Tate dumps it out of bounds. Bring it up 3rd and 12.
Now's not the time to talk about it, but you should not abandon the run game either, especially that you're an up-tempo offense that's used to going, at the line of scrimmage regardless. Here, 3rd down and 12, you got to be careful not to try to force a ball into the end zone because 3 points will get you within 1 score as well.
You got to walk away from this drive with points if you're Arizona. If it's there, take it. If not, kick the field goal.
Tate to the end zone on 3rd and 12. It is incomplete. Out of bounds. Intended for Cedric Peterson. 4th and 12.
I like the decision there. Either your guy gets it or it goes out of bounds.
They have to kick a field goal here.
Yeah.
There's a big decision being made. Here comes the field goal.
And yeah, at last the field goal unit comes on. I mean, 15 seconds into the play clock. Dejected Khalil Tate, of course, wants to stay out there for 4th down, but 2-score game, have to kick.
There's no decision even be made there. I don't even know why you're thinking about
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Haversick from 38. It was an adventure in the kicking game last year for Arizona.
Delay.
They did not get
That's
this
a
one
delay.
off in time. Delay of game.
Inexcusable.
To add, and you have 3 timeouts as well.
Inexcusable.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
You saw Haversick. He kind of motioned forward because he saw the play clock going down. But to your guys' point, you can't do that.
You know, it was 15 seconds between the offense staying on the field and getting the field goal unit out there. You have 3 timeouts, 5 yards. And
like they say, more games are lost than won.
The complicating factor is when you substitute late, the defense is allowed to substitute late, which has the referee standing over the ball waiting for ready.
58 seconds on the clock. 3:58 on the clock, please. Thank you.
so now a 43-yard attempt with Aloha Stadium rocking. Haversick's field goal, there's another flag down.
Looked
the
like
kick
a little movement.
is good, but there's another flag down.
It's the left wing. That's going to be on Hawaii.
False start. Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Excuse me, Arizona.
This is a coach's nightmare, fellas. I mean, it's the opening night of the game, opening night of the season. You're coming off a year where you didn't make a bowl game, and now you have a delay a game on a field goal, a illegal procedure on a field goal. The kick is now a 48-yarder. You got your fingers crossed. You can find a way to get your 3.
38-yarder. Another penalty flag. Brandon Cruz's crew gets together.
False start.
Oh my.
Offense number 85. 5-yard penalty.
How does that happen?
4th down.
15 yards worth of penalties on what would have been a 38-yard field goal from the start.
I keep thinking it's Rojessamine Ferris who keeps jumping offside, but he's doing what he should do, which is watch movement. And that's 3 false start penalties a row by Arizona. It wasn't much, but enough to push them back.
And now we're using a timeout. Oh my goodness.
4 seconds left.
A timeout with 3 seconds on the shot clock gives them the 38-yard field goal.
Nick Rolovich with a round of applause for the Hawaii fans here at Aloha Stadium because they had a hand in forcing this 15-yard wheels-off back pedal in the kicking game for Arizona.
No doubt, man. Football is so important to people here on this island and in this state. This is a program that is looking to have back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in over a decade. When Rolovich got here, there's been some inconsistency. It was about Pride Rock, them protecting the rock. Everybody's bought in. This is about phase 2 and them getting this done. They are maintaining their composure here late in the 4th quarter, and Arizona starting to fall apart at the seams.
This is where Lucas Haversick, the kicker, has to say, you know what? No worries, guys. I'm going to knock this through, and we're going to get this thing to within 1 score.
He hit 2 from 50-plus late last year for the Cats. And now it started at 38. 53 is away. Haversick nails it! After 3 straight penalties, Lucas Haversick gives Arizona a lift when the Cats needed it. Haversick had it all the way.
Love college football.
Holders, you have to be mentally resilient, and Haversick was.
53 yards tied for the 2nd longest opponent field goal at Aloha Stadium. And it makes it a 1-touchdown game, touchback. Hawaii will have it at the 25-yard line. Pound for pound brought to you by Rogue Fitness. Listed 6'1", 190 pounds. But pound for pound, the tough comeback specialist, Chevan Cordeiro. A field goal drive to start, and then the touchdown again to Bird. Chevan Cordeiro in relief. Clutch for the Rainbow Warriors.
A local kid, and how about this influx of Hawaii quarterbacks, right? Marcus Mariota not so long ago, Tua Tagovailoa, Mackenzie Milton, and now Chevan Cordeiro putting his stamp on the whole thing.
Cordeiro was the backup for Tua Tagovailoa at St. Louis School, came on his 1 year as a starter, dramatic wins in the playoffs for St. Louis School, and now Cordeiro on in relief of Cole McDonald after 4 interceptions thrown by the junior starter. Miles Reed is with him in the backfield. 3:53, Hawaii will be in no hurry. Handing off, Reed, talk about a 4-minute drill. Touchdown lead, 4th quarter, and you get it with just under 4 minutes.
Important, though, that they stay within their offense. Arizona's going to have to take some chances defensively, which means gang the box and do what they just did there, stop that run for a short gain. You're going to have to still make your throws, still take your opportunities, because Arizona will not just sit back and allow you to pick them clean.
Well, this is costly for Hawaii as Elm Manning, the left tackle,
what
is
a story
come
he
out of
is.
the game. Yeah, certainly. He started as a true freshman at left tackle.
Kid out of Arizona.
Right.
And starts all games
Against
at
the
left
Cats.
tackle.
Reset the clock. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 3:40 on the clock, please.
He's been replaced by Micah
Thank you.
Vanderpool.
And Vanderbilt played some left tackle last year when Manning went down. So you have 2 different starters than you would hope for Hawaii now on the offensive line. Also costs you a few seconds on the clock, though.
Pure man coverage right here.
Ready for play.
They're daring Hawaii to throw the football.
Ready for play. Clock goes rolling.
Yes.
You see
Keep
Cordeiro.
using the clock. Keep using the clock. He can see it in the end zone.
Kid's
there.
heads up. He's managing this situation beautifully.
So they snap it with 7. Cordeiro, heavy pressure. Quick hitter to the outside. That's caught. Sharsh.
They called him out of bounds.
They sure did. That was
very close to staying inbounds.
I thought he was inbounds. I think they got that call wrong.
However, ready for play.
Ready for play.
You're outside
still.
at 2 minutes.
Outside of 2 minutes. You're exactly right.
Outside of 2 minutes, ball marked, ready for play. It still goes rolling, but that is a few seconds difference for Sharsh.
Changes
there.
to a 25-second clock rather than a 40-second clock.
And that right toe did step out.
And now here comes Elm Manning back into the game at left tackle. Now they may want to take a look at the out of bounds and timing issue.
Ruling on the field of a catch and the runner being short of the line of gain is under review.
So, as of now, it is 3rd and very short. First down, move the chains. Clock stops temporarily on the first down. Sharsh has the catch.
His right toe is the first thing that gets out of bounds, and it looks like since the ball's in his right hand, it does break the line to gain. It's going to be hard to see from this angle, but from that last one.
Yeah, it's hard to know where the ball was when the right foot slides out of bounds there.
That first angle we saw in this series showed the best look at it.
Out of bounds is going to stand, with the question is whether it's a first down.
If they
or
decide to do a quarterback sneak here, assuming this is 3rd and 1, it might be worth putting Cole McDonald back in the game, the bigger, stronger guy. Remember the leg drive he had earlier in the game to make the first down.
And he got bigger and stronger in this offseason, put on 15 pounds. From what I understand, McDonald wasn't the hardest of workers in his first season a year ago, but really changed his attitude and stepped up to put on that meat. But this is an extremely important decision here.
Long look to see whether this is a first down. Then it would take out the decision about 3rd down. And Don Capel, a replay official.
One thing they'll want to do is let all 25 seconds elapse before snapping the ball, though.
Cordeiro's got ice in his veins, man.
Arizona 2 timeouts. You're not there yet, but clearly, if you take your defensive timeouts,
not with this being so 3rd and short.
Right.
Yeah.
But you start to get to that point where you think about Arizona using those 2 timeouts on defense to preserve the most clock. That's when you get the biggest advantage clockwise defensive timeouts. But again, we're still looking here to see if there's any look that's going to show you first down Hawaii. Ruling on the field, Sharsh just short, bringing up third and a very short one. I mean, maybe a third of a yard. And now we'll look at the clock to make sure they have that squared away. So again, Sharsh out of bounds, but it's outside at 2 minutes. So when the ball is marked ready for play, then the game clock goes rolling. You stopped it for this review, and you have to sort out all of that.
Playing the clock game going forward, if you're for Hawaii, you need, assuming you make a first down here, you need one more first down to ensure a victory. You can, assuming that they've taken their timeouts.
Oh, I just hope we get into the
You love this
2
clock
minutes,
conversation.
29 seconds, no timeouts, so we can discuss the.
This is the one math class that I wanted to pass.
Yeah.
The ruling on the field of a catch and the runner short of the line of gain stands as called. The clock needs to be reset to 3 minutes, 19 seconds. The play clock will be at 40 at that point, and we'll start both clocks on my signal.
3:19 to 40 seconds. It's marked ready for play, third and short, so you can take this way down before you snap it on third and short.
Around 240, 241, 242.
Right, that's huge, meaning you pick up that first down. If you're Hawaii and you do pick up the first down, it gets late in a hurry for Arizona, even with the 2 timeouts.
Zero coverage. Odd front. Both linebackers up there, what we call mugging. You love that, Aaron, don't you? When they mug up on your nose there to trenches.
Do you trust your old line enough to go hard count here?
Interesting, the quarterback is in the gun. We'll see if he shifts up.
And it's Cordero rather than McDonald for 3rd and 1 in Cordero.
Everybody's going to sit still here for a while.
Might
it's
as well.
29 more seconds.
Right, exactly. I mean, just let it tick on down. Arizona does not use a timeout here prior to 3rd and 1. At 20 seconds.
Did you like standing in this 3-point position
it's
for
tough.
this long?
I would have been in a 2-point. But you got to do it.
And now, rolling at 2:45, Cordero finally takes a snap, 3rd and 1. Option toss, first down, Hawaii.
Beautiful.
Reed stays inbounds. Reed gets the first down. And now with 2:38, Arizona's 2 timeouts may be the best chance for the Wildcats here.
This is just an option to the left-hand side.
Charge timeout of the half by Arizona. 30-second timeout. Please put the clock at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. 2:37 on the game clock, please.
When you're a quarterback running an option play, you have to eliminate the pitch defender. Cordero does a brilliant job of that.
He attacked him, which is what you're supposed to do. It was a beautiful play call. And just so we're clear, guys, the run-and-shoot Hawaii Rainbow Warriors are out-rushing the Pac-12's rushing leader from 2018.
In fact, the last 4 years.
Time we give a salute to Brian Smith, the offensive coordinator, former center.
Yeah, I was going to say former offensive lineman. He's loving it.
Former roommate of Nick Rolovich. We asked Nick, did you know who your coordinator was going to be when you got the job? He said, I was going to roll with Smitty.
And they've rolled with 2 different quarterbacks with shuffles on the offensive line, with your center out for tonight. With El Manning missing snaps on this drive, Cordero has led the go-ahead field goal drive, a touchdown drive. There's Smitty, roommate and center for Nick Rolovich. And now Arizona with only 1 more chance to stop the clock. Hawaii essentially with 1 more first down could all but ice it.
No reason for Arizona to have a free safety there. They've got to get up there in tackling position.
Cordero handoff. Reed gets to the 45.
Final timeout taken.
And there it is. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Arizona out of timeouts. They're all in on a stop right now. Our old Trapper, player of the game. Can you guess Cedric Bird II, the king of week 0, 4 TD grabs tonight for the Rainbow Warriors?
just had a tremendous game, really doing a beautiful job of filling the shoes of John Ursua, the 7th-round draft pick to the Seattle Seahawks. He was a factor last year, but knowing he was going to have to step his game up, he's done that and then some. Just an absolute playmaker. Been quite the difference tonight for this Rainbow Warrior offense.
Phenomenal.
Look at that. Vote most by an FBS player in a season opener since 1996.
Wow.
Fabulous effort, but a little honorable mention award to Chevin Cordero, boys. This guy has come in and calmed the waters.
And how about the defense for Hawaii?
Outstanding.
They've done a remarkable job. Quite an improvement over a season ago.
With no timeouts, a Hawaii first down should end it. On second down, Cordero on the edge, cut back, Cordero gets across the 50-yard line. It will be 3rd and short. Arizona can't stop it. You have 35 seconds, so you're rolling well inside of 2 minutes.
Marcel Yates is a fabulous defensive coordinator. He was on Kevin Sumlin's staff at Texas A&M, went to Boise State to be a coordinator, and has joined the Arizona staff, and I'm sure they'll get things going in the right direction. But there's no reason to have a free safety back there, guys. This is the all or nothing round. You have to have everybody up on that front, knowing that Chevin Cordero's got a chance to run option here or zone read. You have to have every gap accounted for. If they want to throw it, they're doing you a favor because it might be incomplete.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. Cordero, 3rd and 2. Hawaii will use a timeout. They used a little bit too much of time.
Hawaii, 30-second timeout.
He got scared.
However, you had taken it all the way down. So minute 47, yes, you use a timeout. But again, with no timeouts here for Arizona, if Hawaii converts on 3rd down or dare I say 4th down, then it's game over.
Absolutely right.
It should be game over.
A first down here ices the game, assuming that they handled their business. A first down here handles the game. But this is the all or nothing round. This is where the head coach has to get in the defensive coordinator's ear and say, listen, I got your back if they throw a touchdown pass. But we got to be up on that line of scrimmage, taking off both edges, and there is no safety.
Now, I think I know the answer to this question. But if it's 3rd and 2, you get 1 yard, and it's 4th and 1 for the win.
Man, yeah, they've done that all night with the way that Rolovich has been aggressive, the way he's used his timeouts to talk about things and still go for it. They're all in, man.
Here's Cordero, Reed with them in the backfield.
Get up.
3rd and 2. Cordero rolling, looking to throw. Cordero will take the sack at the 45-yard line. A minute 38, 4th down coming. Arizona doesn't have a timeout. So now, rather than 4th and 1, you have 4th. And you will snap it from right at the 1 minute mark and presumably give it back to Arizona. So,
well, I think it was the right thing to do to take the sack and get rid of the extra seconds rather than throw it away. I know there were people saying, why did he take the loss of yardage? He wanted to make sure. There was a single shot rifle. They were trying to get the ball to the receiver in the flat. It wasn't there. They're going to live and die by the call. We'll see how they do on defense.
1 second might as well. They snap it off. First punt of the night. Gaudian gets it away. 54 seconds showing. Fair catch at the 15-yard line. 51 seconds, no timeouts, in a 1-touchdown game. You could have taken a delay of game there, but that's a difference of a couple seconds. They get it off. First punt, and now Arizona has a chance.
What did I say at the outset, boys? 150 years, you think you've seen everything? Not so fast. What a game. Week 0.
And remember,
Long live week 0.
Khalil Tate had a 57-yard pass. Last time they were backed up here. So a chance for late night dramatics from the Arizona Wildcats. Can they bear down with 51 seconds down by a TD?
Needing a touchdown, you do not want to take anything underneath the first down. The clock will stop with a first down.
Tate on the roll. Toss is incomplete. 44 seconds showing, 2nd and 10.
No problem there. Much better to do that than to try to run and get caught in bounds with the clock continuing to roll. You just want every completion to be 10+ yards. Get themselves down into a position where they can throw into the end zone, try and tie this game.
If you're Hawaii defensively, you got to communicate, be on the same page. We've seen some defensive busts on their back end tonight.
Here's Tate, complete to the outside. That's a first down. Castile gets out of bounds, but most importantly, 38 seconds left. That's a gain of 11.
Hawaii can live with that all day long. At some point, Arizona's going to have to take a shot and eat up some yardage without any timeouts. It's going to be really hard to go all the way down the field and get the touchdown they need without getting a chunk play.
Tate stepping up, rolling. Here's Khalil Tate across the 30-yard line, trying to get out of bounds. Does so. 30 seconds. Second down. Nothing downfield available.
He got out of bounds, but wiser just to throw it away and save a few seconds. Because right now, based on my math, you've got 6 plays left, assuming that every play's incomplete. On a completed pass, the math is more like you have 3 plays. So you have to get chunks here.
Tate from the 30 on second down. Stepping up, looking for a chunk,
Beautiful.
has it across
That works.
the 50-yard line. Inside the 30. Clock stops temporarily
Now
with
they'll
22
kill it here.
seconds.
They'll spike the ball, but it really isn't necessary because you got your whole team up here and have an opportunity to take advantage of a defense that's unsettled.
17 seconds, they snap it. They're going to run it. Tate to the air again. It's complete. Cunningham again. 10 seconds. Cunningham goes out of bounds. The last 2 grabs to set it up for Arizona.
Textbook.
10 seconds left.
Absolute
down by a touchdown from the 31.
That pass was completed to Tate's left. He started out the game not being very accurate that direction. He was dead on the money when it mattered.
Look for one more throw underneath and then trying to get everybody into the end zone.
This is the third and final timeout of the half by Hawaii. 30-second timeout.
Hawaii, at least at first glance, looked as if they're going to play back, prevent, right? Make sure that everything is caught in front of them. I think Arizona takes one more throw into the boundary, shorter distance, gets the ball down around that 16, 15-yard line, and then has a throw into the end zone.
That was a beautiful throw on the deep out from the far hash by Khalil Tate, but to your point, there's 10 seconds left. You try to buy yourself some yardage and to make a dude go up and make a play. This receiving corps has struggled all game long. We knew coming into this season that that was the question mark for this team. Here is an opportunity for them to make a play and save what's been a pretty challenging game for this Wildcat team that flew a long way to play these Rainbow Warriors.
2 plays left is what we have. A possibility for a clock play if a ball gets caught inside as long as there was more than 3 seconds on the clock. But ultimately, you get 2 shots. One ball down in there till you can get 5 receivers into the end zone.
Late in the night, everybody at the table is all in. Tate.
They're going to take their shot
up,
here.
5 seconds.
He
Tate
can go. He
on
can
the
go.
roll.
He
Tate
can do this. He's going to have to leap.
10. He stops short, and Hawaii wins by a yard.
Shades of the Titan Rams Super Bowl.
Happy 150th birthday, college football. Week 0 has delivered from coast to coast and into the Hawaiian Islands. Khalil Tate down to the 1-yard line. And that is how close Arizona comes with zeros on the clock.
A good decision by him.
It's an all-in proposition now. He's got to find a way in.
That's tremendous effort. It's 49 right there, the defensive end that comes upfield, that comes all the way back. Manny Williams, along with Kalen Hicks, right there. That effort play to run all the way down, chase him all the way down the field, sealed what quite possibly could be the biggest win for Nick Rolovich and the definitive point of phase 2 for this Rainbow Warrior team.
83 points, 1,134 yards. And the 1 yard that Arizona didn't get is the deciding factor in a 45-38 win for Hawaii over the Wildcats.